You know, I have this bizarre feeling that I'm missing something. No, this isn't a bit. I just all day I've had this sense that I'm forgetting something, and I'm not sure what. I have all my programs open. Fish is open. There's the Forced. Hey, Zext, hey Archie, good to see ya. Congrats on getting Forced, Archie. Yeah, good to see you guys. How you doing? Welcome on in. We're here playing some more HoloCure. I grinded a little bit off stream. Not a whole lot. But I feel like just enough to maybe make some progress. And also, I don't know if you could notice, but I pulled for Suise and I did get her. First try. And I only rolled for one thing, too. I only... it was one roll and I got her. So, big lucky moment for Dirt. But, yeah. We're just gonna play a bit. I think we'll do a warm-up round. And then we'll try... oh yeah, and I got her outfit, too. Yeah, Fantasy Island's the one that I haven't finished yet. And then there's also Hollow Office Evening. But, I think like I said, let's do a quick warm-up just to kind of get in the mindset. I did not play before stream today. I usually at least do a warm-up off stream, but today we'll do a warm-up on stream. Why not, right? As always, you know, let me know if the volume is okay and all that. And I'm thinking tomorrow we'll continue Saints Row 2. I'll do another like 5-6 hour stream for that. That'll be fun. I've been really enjoying streaming that. It's been fun. Man, it's weird. It's not so much that I feel tired. I just kind of feel really cozy. So I might come across as lower energy than normal. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. You know, just kind of been having a chill day. Haven't really done anything too noteworthy, but nothing wrong with that. Of course, this stream will be noteworthy, of course. But yeah, aside from that, not a whole lot else going on. Just been chilling and stuff. I hope you're all having a good day. How you guys doing? I definitely feel rusty at this game. It's been a little bit since I played. That could be some good damage. Ouch. Well, that really blew up in my face. You know what? Ultimate for fun. Fishing in Cobblemont, so chilling today. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. That sounds like fun. I always really like fishing in games. Like, whenever, like, my friends want to play Minecraft together, I always just kind of default to being, like, the server fisherman, and it's just... no one ever has to worry about food because I'm just constantly passing them cooked fish. Just constantly. Like, Dirt, no, I don't need another full stack of cooked fish. And I'm like, yes, you do. I disagree. I think you do. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. I really like fishing in games. I know this game's got fishing, too. I haven't indulged in that yet. The My Hollow House mode, I think it's called. Let's go for that XP. Ooh, triple box. Lucky boy. Minecraft has mods for fishing. Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. They, I love stuff like that. You like this? Hell yeah. That sounds like fun. Yeah, Minecraft does have a lot of really cool mods like that. To the point where, honestly, I don't even know if I can play vanilla Minecraft anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good game, but it's like, just with so much else that you could have going on with mods. It's just, it really makes you just stop and think, like, man, how come Mojang hasn't made, like, vanilla Minecraft like this? You know what I mean? Like, why is it only, like, we're only gonna add one mob every couple of years? It's like, bro, you're Mojang, and Minecraft can't be that hard of a game to program for, you know what I mean? It's like, they should be adding, like, a dozen mobs per year. But oh well, what do I know? I'm not a game developer. I wish more games had fishing. I remember when I got the Skyrim Special Edition, where they added some new features, and I saw they added fishing. I'm like, oh hell yeah, let's go. It's probably the most like simple and basic fishing I've ever seen in a game. It's literally just equip fishing rod, interact with fishing gear in a specific location. You can't just fish wherever you want. It's got to be like, you got to find like a little bucket of bait and stuff on the ground. You can fish there. You activate it, and then it goes into first-person mode. Your character throws the line, and it's literally just wait until the game tells you to hit the button, and then you hit the button, and then you catch whatever it is you were fishing for. From what I understand, I think there's like a special enchanted ring and maybe some other gear that you could only get from fishing. Like, only by pulling them out of the water, kind of like a random chance. So while it is extremely simple and basic, they did, they did, like, give you an incentive to do it. You know, especially if you're playing, like, I like to play with, like, survival mods, just to make the game a little more interesting. So, you know, being able to just sit there and fish for a bit and just get some food from that, it's very satisfying. Damn. Golden Yago. Fishing in Pokemon is fun too. I could imagine, yeah. That does sound like a lot of fun. Fishing is just fun in, like, any game, man, really. It really, truly is. It's something I can sit there and just do forever. I did it a lot in Far Cry 5, I remember. Which is funny, because it's like, I feel like the majority of people that play Far Cry games are just trying to, like, blow stuff up and, you know, get into, like, epic gunfights, and I'm just like, hey, another rainbow trout, let's go. I miss Far Cry 5. Maybe I should stream a playthrough of that game. I think that'd be fun. That one was such an anomaly because all the other Far Cry games take place in, like, exotic locations, like the Caribbean islands or the Himalayan mountains. And then Far Cry 5 takes place just in rural Montana in the United States. Which was interesting because it's like, there's definitely land predators up there, like badgers and bears, but literally no, like, water predators. Like, you're not gonna find any alligators or sharks in Montana, you know? So that's funny, is like, Far Cry 5 was like the very first Far Cry game where you just literally had nothing to worry about going in the water. Nothing's gonna get you. Like what? Like a rainbow trout? A bass? Like, oh no, here comes a bass. Hey, what's up, Dutch? Good to see you. Welcome on in. This is a very good game to yap over, because it's like, there's enough going on to where it doesn't get boring, but it's also kind of just, I don't know, you're able to just really turn your brain off when you play this game, and I like that. You know, it's enough to be fun, but I don't know, it's just, it really is just the perfect game to, like, just, like, chill and talk over. Hey, bass can't bite your toes. That is very true. They can do that. Some catfish have slight electrocution powers. Oh yeah, that is true. Now that would have been actually funny if you're swimming around in Far Cry 5 and it's just like, oh no, I took a little bit of damage because a trout bit my toes, or you get a little shocked by a catfish. That's crazy that some fish have shock powers like that, man. It really is. Like actual electromancers. I had to think about that for a second. A rabbitfish? I like those. Those are really cute. I would like shock powers too. Outside of just like regular static shock. I get a lot of that. I conduct a lot of static for some reason. But to have like actual powers, that would be fun. I wonder if I'd be able to just power my own home. Of course, I wouldn't let the government know about that. They'd be like, wow, this guy, his electric bill is like practically nothing. Does he just have the lights off all the time? And it's like, huh, yeah, it's just that I just don't use the electricity, huh? If I was able to power my own home, I wouldn't tell anyone, but there would be signs. Like, literally, like, no electric bill at all. Damn it, it's the 7th month in a row where his bill is $0.00. Like, if we get to the point where they're, like, doing, like, wellness checks on me. Like, nope, I'm living my life, I'm doing great. Like, well, then how are you not using any power? I don't know, I'm just conservative like that. I'm not wasteful. Waste not, want not, you know what I mean? And then as soon as they leave, I just go back to blasting my like power thing, and I go right back to like powering my computer with my own powers. You have to be really careful not to overdo it though. You wouldn't want to fry anything. You'd have to find that perfect balance. Oh, and then like if there was like a blackout and all your neighbors didn't have power, but then like all your lights are still on and you're like, you know, blasting music and stuff, like how the hell does he have power? Does he have like a superpower generator? You know, but then where is it? You know, people would be like holding theories and stuff about why you always seem to have power when the power goes out. It's like that dude that was diving in Florida. I found some nuclear submarine hooked it. Yeah, exactly. The government had to ruin it for him. Honestly, right? It's like, hey, let a guy. If a guy finds a hustle, let him hustle. You know what I mean? Man, that reminds me of that guy that like found a bunch of gold coins in like the woods, and he like told the government about it, and they just came and took it in the middle of the night without telling him. It's like, if you find a way to cheat the system like that, or you find a nice score, like a bunch of gold or something, you don't tell the government anything. Nothing. They don't need to know. Like, oh, that Lamborghini in my driveway? I found it. I tripped and fell and... Oh, a Lamborghini! How to make power out of mid-air if you live near a power box. Government also took him to court for that. Yeah, that's so fucking weird that they're like... It's like... You would think that it's optional to pay for electric. But it's like, if you find a way to, like... Even if you're not stealing it or using it through, like, a dubious means as, like, using an unexploded nuclear bomb, it's like... Like, if I could power my own house, let me. You know what I mean, you bunch of crooks? Yeah, never tell anyone anything, especially not the government. They don't need to know. Hell no. No, because otherwise they'll come and try and strong-arm you and be like, hey, no, why aren't you paying for electricity? Well, you think you're better than us? Peacock bass, good catch, Archie. Yeah, like if I ever became rich or won the lottery, I would definitely not be vocal about it at all, but like a lot of my streamer friends and friends in general would suddenly go 10 minutes with cutting board or related. Oh, interesting. I was gonna say, but if I got rich, a lot of my streamer friends and friends in general would suddenly find a lot more financial support in their life. Because honestly, it's like if I was rich, I don't even know what I would spend that money on. It's like I don't know. I'm not really the extravagant big spender. Wow, I really butchered a lot of that. Talking like a little baby. I'm not like a super extravagant big spender type. I'm kind of more than happy to just live within my means, you know? So honestly, just like me being the dragon boy I am, if I inherited a bunch of wealth, I would probably simply hoard it. Yellow mandarin fish, nice. Yeah, well, this is my yellow mandarin fish. Well said, Archie. In some places, you can't even store rainwater. That's the government. Yeah, right? That's so weird, you know? It's like you don't own the ecosystem, partner. Oh no, Dutch, you caught these hands. Don't worry. Like I said, it's not what it sounds like. It's just a firm handshake between friends. That's all it is. I wouldn't splurge. Yeah, right. I would just live in comfort. It's like, you know, I wouldn't like go out and buy like a million sports cars and like a big mansion. I'd probably just stay where I'm living right now. And, well, maybe not. I really hate my fucking neighbors, but I would be more than happy to just continue living like a modest middle-class lifestyle. You know, it would just be the kind of thing where it's like if there's a game I want on Steam, I wouldn't have to sit there for a day like, now do I really want to spend 20 bucks on this game, or would that 20 bucks be better spent somewhere else? I would just do it, you know what I mean? And then, like I said, like, a lot of my streamer friends would suddenly be getting, like, $1,000 donations and whatnot. And even my non-streamer friends. It would just be like, become $1,000 richer, you fucking dork. How about that? Take this money, nerd. Yeah, I bet you like that. Do that. I get a house and a vacation and a new car, and how are they supposed to do it? Yeah, just something that's like, you know, just reliable. You know, a nice reliable car. It doesn't have to be anything, like not like a big fancy supercar or anything like that, but just something that's reliable and also enjoyable to drive. Other than that, just investments and helping friends. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what I would do. I would invest a lot myself. I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm not the type to just go out and spend a bunch of money. I don't really enjoy doing that. It always makes me feel guilty, even if it's something I want or it's like something I know that I need. Like even just buying this VTuber model, I really had to convince myself, like, no, it's something I'm gonna use like multiple times a week. You know what I mean? So it's like it'll eventually pay for itself on its own, you know. And besides, people really like it, I really like it, so what the hell. Mr. Beast. I would literally become Mr. Beast. I'd be like, welcome to our new reality show where we're gonna have two people suspended above the Empire State Building and one person is gonna fall and completely die, but that's their problem. If they want to be dead and poor, well, that's their choice. Good to see you still hanging around, Zext. Appreciate it very much. You'd have to make an alt account so people don't know it's you. Mr. Business. Yeah, Mr. Business. Yeah, I would come up with like a super secret like identity. Oh, I would feel like a superhero. That'd be so cool to do. Yeah, there would be like those YouTube channels that talk about ARGs and stuff. They'd be making videos like, who is Mr. Business? and little did they know, it'd just be little old me. And I'd be like, and on a side note, that I Eat Dirt seems to be getting there seems to have been like a 500% increase in the amount of art he's commissioning. Because that'd be another thing, too. Like, all my artist friends, I'd just be like, hey, I just feel like giving you some money, so draw this for me. Message this yeah, it's definitely not Dork. I don't know who that Dork guy is. In fact, he sounds like trouble. I would advise not talking to that Dirt guy. Ooh, he just really rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, not Dirt. Enjoy the money. Guess you didn't want to be rich and alive enough. Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, if you wanted to be alive and rich, you would have won the game. Instead, you made the conscious decision. I want to be dead and poor. So, okay, whatever. Brokey, deady. Imagine being dead and poor. Ooh, would not be me, Mr. Beast. Damn, Dirt, looking good. Love the model. Oh, hey, Jinxie, what's up? Hello. It's good to see you. How you been? I'm glad you like the model, yeah. It was a long time in the making, but it's finally here, and I really do enjoy it. Like I said, it's not so much that I felt like a fake VTuber before, but it's like now I feel like I'm like a genuine one, you know what I mean? Now it feels legit. And it feels really good. And I'm really glad that you guys like it so much. Because I sure as hell do too. So someone on Twitter like a week or so ago, they said about me, they're like, wow, this is the most manly yet kawaii guy I've ever seen. I'm like, wow, so I'm like the best of both worlds then, huh? Yeah, my artist did a really good job of like bridging the gap between like, I mean, he is a pretty boy, but he's also, I don't know, he's got like that sort of like manly vibe to him. There was a couple of like, how to say, like, drafts, you know what I mean? Like, kind of like test prototypes of the design, and I remember the first one my artist sent me, she's like, what do you think of this? And I'm like, oh, I really like it, but then she was like, you know what? I think I might have yassified him too much. And then she went back, and that's when she came up with this particular design. I'm like, oh my god, I absolutely adore it. When she asked me what kind of, like, she was like, so what kind of guy do you want him to be? And I sent her a picture of Iori from King of Fighters. And she's like, oh, so you want like an Ikemen? And I'm like, yeah, make me Ikemen. Yeah, I missed you too, Jinxie. It's been a really long time. We'll have to catch up sometime. You've been surviving. That's understandable. Well, hey, if there's any stuff going on, if you ever need anyone to talk to, I'm always here for you. It really is good to hear from you though. I missed you. Oh, man. Yeah, like I said, I don't really, like, it's not so much that I'm, like, tired, I'm just kind of low energy in, like, a cozy sort of way today. I think it might have something to do with how it's been getting warmer out here and I've had the windows open. That always makes me really sleepy. But, you know, it's a good problem to have. Let's just keep enhancing the dragon fire. Heck yeah. Oh, 8chan's not gonna know what hit her. She's gonna be like, wait, who's this professional gamer? I'm gonna be like, it's me. I eat Dirt 441. This is my normal voice that I always use. I talk like Sylvester Stallone. I saw a VTuber on Twitter today. A lot of other VTubers, it kind of went viral, and a lot of other people were kind of discussing it. But it was the subject of having a self-promo channel in your specific Discord, and how a lot of people unfortunately will take advantage of that. Like, I think it's completely fine. Like, I think there's like how to say, it's like, if it's like a group Discord, because I'm in a couple of like Discords where it's like specifically for VTubers to help promote each other. You know what I mean? So, like, that's one thing, but it's like how I have my specific Discord that's just for, like, you know, like, my community. I personally don't have a self-promo channel just because I've seen a lot of people in the... Wow, that's a lot of XP. I've seen a lot of people in the past where it's like they'll join a Discord like that, but they'll never engage with anybody. They'll never come to that person's streams. They're only there to self-promo, you know what I mean? Which sucks, you know? It's like... You know, it's like, wow, I'm glad you're here, not for me or for anyone else, but just so you can, you know, try and boost yourself. And, yeah, that's just been something I've seen a lot of people talking about today on Twitter. I remember there was one VTuber I was in, her server. She made it so that, like, you know how there's that bot that a lot of people have in their Discord where it's like, if you, like, talking a lot, like, has you level up? Like, you know what I mean? Have you seen that? I've seen a lot of Discords with that. Like, you know, every now and then it'll be like, so-and-so leveled up to level 1 or whatever. I seen someone where they made it so only people that are, like, level 10 can post in the self-promo channel. Because then it's like, you know, it's only people that are actually in the server for good intentions, you know what I mean? Like, her actual friends and whatever. And sure enough, as soon as she made that change, there was this one VTuber, I'm not gonna name him because I'm not a drama tuber, but he went and left right away, like, as soon as that happened. And it's like, well... That was a long time ago, though. A long time ago. Many friend groups ago. I don't talk to anybody from then anymore. Not really, anyway. But yeah, I have 2 Discords, and yeah, I have self-promo, but I think it's fine because those types of... That's good. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yeah, to each their own. I just personally don't have one because, I don't know. I've seen people take advantage of it. X Street is pretty... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like a channel like, or a server like X Street, where it's like, the whole point is for all of us to kind of like be in a space together where we can kind of support one another. That makes complete and total sense to me. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm not like a complete stickler about it. Like, it's not like you have to pretend that I'm the only streamer in the world or anything like that. It's just like the blatant shilling when you know the only reason the person's there is so they can shill themselves. You know, that just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But that's only when it comes to, like, streaming. Like, in my Discord, I have it so that artists can promote themselves. So I don't really care about that. You know what I mean? So it's like if an artist wants to post in my art share channel, like, look at this thing I drew, blah, 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 here's my VGen. That doesn't bother me. Well, I do have it. It says that you have to ask for permission first. Where, you know, obviously, like, an artist that I know doesn't have to ask permission. You gotta act with the community, people don't come to your shit. Yeah, that is true. It is true. Cause people pick up on that, you know? It's like, I'd never see this guy talking in general chat. He's never posting memes or anything like that. He literally only comes to this server to promote himself, you know? Like, I've seen people that are like that. And it is true. People do pick up on that, which is good. It just comes across as so, like, fake. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't think self-promotion in general is a bad thing. It's only in, like, that kind of situation. Like, I'm not looking in self-promo channels for someone to watch, so I'm only taking those. Yeah, exactly. It's like if you see and it's like, you know, it's like another VTuber that you actually know and you like them. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll check them out. But, yeah, it's like, I don't go looking at, like you said, I don't go looking into self-promo channels like, oh, I really want to find a VTuber to watch right now. It's like, bro, I have no shortage of streamers to watch, let me tell you that. In fact, I kind of need to go through my my Twitch notification settings, because I have notifications on for a lot of, like, streamers, just because I forgot to, like, turn off notifications. Because, you know, sometimes, like, you'll follow you'll be watching someone and they'll raid out, and then, you know, you drop a follow just because it's like, oh, this person seems nice, or whatever. Even if you really don't have any intent to go back and watch them. That level thing, it's a good idea. I forget how they did it. But, yeah, it's a good idea. You know, make it so that, like, a person needs to be, like, level, I don't know, like, level... I guess it depends on how much you want to set it, but... If you make it so they have to be a certain level, that is a good idea. It makes it so that... That way, it's only people that are actually engaging in the server that can post there, you know? I think that's a good idea. But, like I said, I mean, each their own. Everyone can run their servers however they want. I'm not gonna sit here and, like, be like, no, you need to do it this way. Because that's something else that I kind of am not a fan of is... A lot of streamers like to give unsolicited advice on Twitter about how to, like, properly do things, and a lot of times, like, while it can be helpful, a lot of times it's them just kind of speaking from their personal experience, and they're not really taking into consideration that, like, honestly, a lot of, like, streaming success or content creator success, a lot of it has to do with just kind of luck and right place, right time kind of thing, you know what I mean? They don't really take that into consideration. Like, because I've seen one... I've seen, like... Well, one of the things I see that is said a lot is, like, you can't be a variety streamer. You cannot stream variety. People will not come to your streams. You will not develop a loyal fan base. You cannot do variety. And I'm like, I don't think that's true at all. I mean, a lot of the biggest VTubers I watch do variety. You know what I mean? In fact, you know, streamers where it's like, no, we only play one game and one game only. You know, to me, that gets kind of boring after a while. So I guess my point is, it's like, take advice like that with a grain of salt, because they're speaking from their experience. You know, maybe they tried streaming variety and it didn't work out very well, and then they're like, you know what, I'm only going to play Valorant on stream, and then they managed to find, like, a niche that way. It's like, I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but, bro, I couldn't be anything other than a variety streamer. I really couldn't. Because even, like, the way I play video games in my free time, it's like, I change, like, my taste in games changes so frequently, you know what I mean? It's like every couple of months, the type of game I'm in the mood for is completely different. Unless I've talked to the person and think they're interesting in the server, another person's chat, I won't really watch them. Yeah, exactly. I think that's completely normal. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like, I have done that, where, like, I'll see someone, like, posting a self-promo channel or something, where it's like, oh, I've seen this person chatting in the server, and they've always seemed really nice, I'll go check them out. But if it's, like, a complete stranger that I don't know anything about, I'm probably gonna just not indulge anyway, you know what I mean? Oh my god, we are messing up A-Chan. Oh my god, that felt mean. 28 seconds. No, 25 seconds, because it took her about 3 seconds to spawn. Holy goodness. Okay, Mr. Fallout. I actually haven't played a Fallout game in months, to tell you the honest-to-God truth. No, don't get me wrong. There are... I do have games that I will hyperfixate on, and Fallout games are definitely one of them. But it's like... I don't know, man. Like, I like switching it up. I get bored if I play one specific game too much, unless it's something I really like. Suise is fierce, man. You weren't kidding. You were not kidding. I think I'm gonna be... I think I might just play as her again in the next one, too. Alright, so yeah, here's what my stats are looking like. I maxed out max HP, just because that felt safe to do. Let's increase our speed, because that always feels safe as well. There's objectively good things to be doing, but you're right. Other than that, though, the algo does just require some luck. Videos I expect to do really well, some days bomb, and stuff I just put together and she's going to do really well no matter how hard I think. I can't figure out why one thing working with it. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. It's like, there are definitely some niches that do work, but I guess I feel like you need to find a good balance between doing what works and doing what works for you, you know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know, a game like Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain, it's like, I could just one day decide, you know what, I'm only gonna stream Elden Ring Night Rain, It's a popular game, a lot of streamers play it, and that's all I'm gonna ever stream ever. It's like, sure, maybe I could then garner a community of people that are big fans of Night Rain, but it's like, for me personally, I would stop. I just wouldn't enjoy streaming, you know what I mean? I would, in fact, come to dread it. And that would also make me dread playing Night Rain in general. More than it already makes me dread playing Night Rain. But you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. I guess it's like, if I'm going to give any advice, any unsolicited advice, it's, like I said, find a good balance between what works from like a engagement standpoint and what works for you from an enjoyment standpoint. Because even if you found like the most successful way to game the algorithm in the world, if you're not enjoying yourself, it's like you're eventually gonna burn out, and you know it's gonna just, you're gonna hate it. It'll feel like a 9 to 5 at that point. That's why I just stream whatever I'm in the mood for. And sure, it's like there might be games I stream a lot, like I stream this game a lot. But eventually there'll come a time where I don't stream it a whole lot for a while, and then I'll come back to it, you know. I don't know. I've always been like that with games, you know. It's like, for a couple of months I'm into extreme sports kind of games, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, or Riders Republic, SSX. And then it's like, you know what, now I'm into fighting games, and I'm playing Tekken and Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And then I'll be into racing, or RPGs, or whatever the heck else, you know what I mean? Retro. And it's just, that's the way that I play games in my spare time, just kind of going with the flow, whatever feels fun in that moment. And that's kind of how I want to be streaming, too. And that's how I do stream. It just, I don't know, it just, that's what works for me. And if other people like that too, then that's even better. I usually suggest people pick a niche and not variety stream when they're small, but yeah, if you're not having fun, it won't work. If you're full niche or full variety. Exactly, yeah. It's true. It's very, very true. I did kind of realize that when I stream retro games, it tends to do pretty well. I've even had people tell me, like, oh, Dirt, you know, you always play the really good old games and blah, blah, blah. So I guess that kind of works as a niche for myself. I do kind of have to get back into that retro streaming. But yeah, you know, there's nothing wrong with finding something that works, but you definitely got to enjoy yourself while you're doing it. You know, besides, I'm also not trying to be the most successful streamer in the world. I figure I just do it as a hobby, and if I get anything from it, that's just icing on the cake, you know? I only play Helldivers because I usually only have one day to play. I have a community that loves Helldivers. I'm in close friends, and it's interesting enough, especially with updates and Discord challenges. Keep it open to friends, slap collabs, and playing Doom. Yeah. I think that's completely understandable. I mean, if you really enjoy playing Helldivers to the point where you don't mind streaming it a lot, and your community enjoys it as well, you know, I think that's great. I think that's awesome. You know, it's good to find a niche like that. I keep some wiggle room. Helldivers is the anchor, though. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'll become niche VTuber celebrity streaming me making mods for Limbus Company. Honestly, I think you could find a niche for that. I think people find that kind of stuff pretty interesting. I know I would. I've always wanted to try making my own mods for games, but I'm not the most tech savvy when it comes to that. I think I would get too frustrated trying to figure it out. But anyway, yeah, let's try Fantasy Island again. We did not win last time. Let's see if we will win this time, especially with Suisei. But yeah, it's like I said, it's just my advice is to just, like I said, find what works for both the algorithm and viewership, but also make sure it works for you as well. Oh my god, I forgot about that. I don't know, like I said, at the end of the day, it's a lot of it has to do with luck and just kind of being in the right place at the right time. Like, there's one VTuber I know that, they got raided by a bigger streamer once, and ever since then, they've been pulling like 50 viewers per stream. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's also just kind of stuff like that, just kind of getting blessed. You know what I mean? it would be nice to kind of think about how to, like, just be like a, like, it would be nice to kind of learn how to game the algorithm a bit more. That would be nice. Ooh. There's something too, if you just, you decide, do you want it to be a hobby or try to build as a job? If it's just a hobby, then make sure you're having fun first and foremost. You, I think, have the personality for variety streaming. You're entertaining enough. I think people found you would just come. That's really nice of you to say. I appreciate that. Thank you. that really does make me feel good and boost my confidence. Yeah, it's just, I guess it's like, I spent a lot of time, like, I say like so much. When it comes to, like, the YouTubers I've watched over the span of, like, a decade or two, I've always watched a lot of, like, just variety content, you know, like, my favorite YouTube channel for a long time was Funhouse, which was part of not part of Achievement Hunter, part of Rooster Teeth. And, you know, they kind of did that. Like, they have their staples, and they would do, like, games as a series, like Hitman and stuff. But for the most part, it was just, like, they had a whole series where it was just, like, they had one that was called Steam Roulette, where it was literally, they would just use a site that would just randomly give them a Steam game, and they would just buy it and download it and play it. And it would usually be some kind of, like trash. So I guess I kind of, like, based my, oh, that hurt, my content sort of method on that sort of thing, you know? Hey, you caught E.T. for the Atari 2600. Good job. I just watched the Angry Video Game Nerds video about that again. That's another YouTuber I would say is kind of inspiration for me, is AVGN. Have a good voice. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I never liked my voice until I started streaming, and people actually seem to like it. So that means a lot. Thank you for that. You could do like a game show voice or cozy book reading or something. I have thought about different things I could do just to keep it fresh. I'm gonna die. Holy fuck, man. This level's like impossible. I don't think I want to retry. That level's like freaking impossible, man. I'm gonna have to like wait until I'm like max stats and everything before I give that another try. Shall we try Hollow off this evening, which is apparently even harder? Limbus Company. I remember when I first heard of Limbus Company, I thought it was a Lethal Company mod or something. Yeah, I've never played Limbus Company, but I have heard a lot about it. But yeah, you know, like, when it comes to, like, the type of content you make, like, your personality definitely plays a lot into it, too. You know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, like, some people are just better geared for, you know, finding their one niche and sticking to that. I guess I'll take this for now. Uncommon Streak Spinefoot. Nice. It is nice to actually catch fish in the fish game. A falling bounce ball on a random target. Size of ball varies between characters. Oh, is that the one that's better for characters that are OPI? I can't ever recommend Limbus to someone because of the early game is simultaneously confusing and easy as fuck, but after a few chapters it starts getting ridiculously good, ridiculously fast. It's video game One Piece. I love that. I would give it a try. I'd give it a try. I don't mind stuff like that. The CEO's tears. Yeah, I love that they made that a weapon. Hi, Skyfall Chan. It's good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. I think I'm thinking too about some algorithm manipulation for everyone. I study how to get big videos and reading at moderate. I'm always up to hear some advice. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind that at all if you're willing to impart some knowledge. Yeah, I'm always happy to learn about stuff like that. It's currently almost 4 in the morning for you. Oh gosh. Well, I hope you're not too tired or anything. If you need to get some sleep, by all means, go ahead. Sleep is important. I would know. I haven't been getting enough of it lately, and it's been making me really tired. It's just been unseasonably warm, and it makes me sleep like shit when that happens. Too tired. I'm not a bicycle. Ayo. That's a funny one. What the hell is that? That fox friend looks a lot different than the other fox friend I've had to fight before. I'm gonna need that food drop, man. That's gonna come in handy. You slept your... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I haven't been sleeping all too good either, man. It sucks, too, because it's like... You wake up and you're like, well... I guess this is the hand I've been dealt. Yeah, hopefully good sleep for all of us in the near future. Hopefully I can manifest that for all of us. It's been like summer weather in California, but it's supposed to flip this week. Yeah, it's been really warm here too. Way warmer than it usually. Like, I'm used to it still snowing in March, but here it's been like mid-70s. Very unseasonably warm. Oh my gosh. I need that body pillow, man. I need the shield that it gives. You ever wake up with immense pain to your lower abdomen internally? I have. I used to have some really bad stomach problems back in the day. They're better now, though. I got better at managing them. But yeah, I used to wake up every single day with just this awful pain in my stomach. I'd usually throw up, too. Like, that was something I would just have to, like... For a couple of years, I just had to live with that. Just, yep, every morning I'll wake up at 4 a.m. to throw up. It's way better now, though. That doesn't happen anymore. Thank goodness. Happens to you monthly. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I'd be happy waking up and one day cramps. Ugh. Yeah, I hate me some cramps. All my homies hate cramps. Oh, what was I gonna say? There was something I was gonna say that I forgot. I'll have to do a little thinking. Yeah, I don't know what that deal was with my stomach back in the day. I went to the doctor's for it, and they just never found anything. They just kept saying, nope, you're completely normal, you're in perfect health. I'm like, bro, obviously I'm not. What are you talking about? But no, like I said, I kind of changed my diet. I stopped drinking soda. Oh, I stopped drinking a ton of soda, and that helped a whole lot. Well, we clearly have to just keep grinding. That is apparently the name of the game now. Hollow grind. I know I can do this one at least. Man, I completely forgot what I was gonna say. You're a growing little one, you'll be fine, bro. It's like a dried fish already. Yeah, I heard that a lot from my family. They're like, oh, you're gonna grow out of it. I'm like, well, can that happen? Like, what do you mean I'm gonna grow out of it? Like, I'm 18, 19 years old. I don't think I'm growing anymore. That really sucked back then. Man. It's crazy about how thinking about being 18 years old feels like so long ago. I mean, Christ, in a couple years, that's gonna be half my life ago. I do. A lot of people tell me that they think I'm a lot younger than I actually am. I remember this. My one friend, Lilium, Archie knows Lilium. When she found out I'm 31, she's like, "I thought you were 20." I'm like, "I'll take that." Like, hey, I'm not gonna complain. I'm 21 and still. Aw, I didn't know you were that young. Still one. Hey, you know, you might hit a growth spurt still. Who knows? See, yeah, a lot of people think that I'm in my early 20s, and it's like, hey, I'm not complaining. I'll take that. I'm fine with that. I sound a lot younger. Do I really? Am I just hip with the younger generations? Is that what it is? That the Zoomers accept me as one of their own? Sorry to say, but I'm a millennial. Follow 8. Yeah, apparently I could fix that, but I don't know how. I can check for you. You've been following since May 25th, 2022. Holy cow. Almost 4 years. Thank you so much for following for so long, Skyfall Chan. I really appreciate that. 6'7", Skibbity Riz, Ohio. Yeah, I'm hip with the kids. That's me. That's the first thing people think about when I know that I eat dirt. Yeah, he's very hip with the younger generations. I mean, I guess I am if everyone thinks I'm almost 10 years younger than I really am. Well, not almost 10 years younger, just 10 years younger. I don't know what gas you got in your mask, but it's keeping you youthful. Give me some. Hey, I'd love to share. Like, I feel like if you saw what I looked like in real life, I feel like you would know, like, okay, yeah, this, like, in fact, I feel like I look older than I actually am. But I guess I sound younger. I'm fine with that. I'll take it. I don't know what you gassing are, but also, it seems to also contribute to your height. Yeah, I'm a 6'1" in real life, which honestly, my VTuber proportions, I'm just like, just make him my height in real life. Who cares? Hey, what's up, Eight Legs? Good to see you, dude. How you doing today? I hope you're having a lovely Monday. I thought it was Tuesday for a second. I feel like I have seen you, and I agree. I think you might have. I mean, I've posted pictures of myself on my personal account. I definitely feel like I look older than I am, but then I sound younger than I am. I'm just an anomaly, which is fine. I don't mind being a little ambiguous. I think it's fun. I'm young at heart. I guess so. I guess so. I'll take that. I'm not too tired. I'm two-footed. Ayo! Ayo! Bro's got 2 feet. I'm play Dark Cloud 2. Very fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Very nice. Man, they're closing in. Yeah, good to see you all. I hope you're having a lovely Monday. Monday blues. Yeah, I feel that. It do be like that. Oh my god. Takodachis. The Viking Takodachis. Yeah, to tell you the honest to God truth, when it comes to, like, showing my face, it's like, I'm not really adverse to it. Like, I'm not, like, too worried, like, I don't know, I'm not too worried about it. I just never really felt the need to, you know what I mean? It's like, if I decided to make some kind of content where I had to, like, show my face for whatever reason, it's like, I would do it. But it's just, like, for playing video games and stuff, I guess I don't really need to, you know what I mean? I think being a VTuber is more fun. I know a lot of people are also like, it kind of ruins the immersion for them if they know what the person looks like behind the avatar. I'm not too bothered about that. Doesn't really bother me. I could still enjoy it. Like Calliope Mori, I know what she looks like. You know, I mean, she's pretty prominent outside of being a VTuber, but it's like, even then, it's like, I still enjoy her streams, and I still really enjoy her design and all that. But, you know, it's to each their own. I always thought of Monday as red. Really? Yeah, that is kind of interesting how our brains assign colors to things like that, like shapes. You know, like quick, when you think of a circle, what color do you think? Or when you think of the subject of math in school, what color does that make you think of? Circles for me are red, and math makes me think of the color blue. Whereas, like, history and social studies is like yellow or orange. And so are triangles. And then squares and rectangles are blue. At least in my head. Do you ever think about that theory where it's like, people see colors differently? Yeah, triangle yellow, you get me, you get me. But like, that theory where everyone sees colors differently, like, when I see the color blue, it might look different to me than you. You know what I mean? Like, your eyes might interpret it differently. Which would explain why some people have such different tastes in, like, color schemes than other people. Like, you ever see the way someone, like the color scheme someone used for, like, their interior decoration? You're like, what the hell is this? Nothing goes at all. This looks terrible. Well, maybe to them, it does go. I think that's an interesting theory. Hey, what's up, Taiga? Good to see ya. Welcome on in. How are you doing on this, well, for you, it's Monday evening. How are you having a good evening? I hope so. See, I can't talk about shapes like that, because I borrowed my mental associations from the PlayStation controller. That is a good point, actually, yeah. Now that you've said that, squares are suddenly purple for me. And triangles are green. Maybe that's why circles are red for me, because of PlayStation. Oh my god. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you just heard that computer noise. That was on my end. It was letting me know my phone's low on battery. So let me just go ahead and fix that. There we go. Circle red, triangle green, and all of that. Yeah. I guess it depends on my mood. What color shapes are. Delay damage taken. That's a good one. I thought that was mine. That and the symbol for OK is often a red circle. Yeah. Yeah, that throws, because I've played some, like, Japanese exclusive games for the PlayStation, like Snowboard Kids Plus. And that was hard to get used to, how in Japan, circle is, like, okay, and X is, like, go back, like when you're in the menu. Whereas in the, like, the Western releases for games, it's like the X button is what you use to confirm, and circle is, like, go back. That took me a while to get used to. Square to break. You see, I'm a PSP kid. Fair enough, fair enough. So me has no gallstones, so I did every single one of those tests for absolutely nothing. That's crazy. So it can't... man, it's just like what I was talking about earlier with my stomach issues I used to have. It's just I kept going to all these doctors, doing all these tests. They kept saying, no, you're in perfect health. Don't know what you're talking about. It's like, bro, clearly not. Well, I mean, like, it is nice to narrow it down like that, but I'm sorry, Taiga. I'm sorry that they didn't find anything that could actually be helpful. I hope they can eventually. Like, hopefully this could be a good lead for them. Yeah, hit the return button. Not enter, but return. Oh, hi, Petra. Hello. Good to see you as well, friend. Lots of cool-based gamers coming through today. How are you doing? Sip time? I agree. I actually needed that. I sure did. Thank you, Petra. I hope you're all staying hydrated and all that stuff as well. sip the grape juice. Oh, I wish I had grape juice. I wish I had some grape. You know what? I haven't had grape soda in like 20 years. Maybe I need to find some grape soda. Also, I'm still not used to being able to say, like, oh man, it's been 20 years since I've had that. Oh, you can flatten the boxes too? That's so funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the only Tetris. I'm just gonna walk right through. I'm walking through you in Holocure. Oh my god, they coming for me. Oh! The Red Investigators. Reminds me a lot of Mr. Vile from Banjo-Kazooie. That red alligator where you have to run around and eat the worm things or something faster than he could. Oh my god, I was terrible at that as a kid. Be like, Mr. Vile, cut me some slack. I'm just a boy, but now, oh, now the tables are turned. Now that I'm an adult, it's only somewhat difficult for me, and I only mess up sometimes. Oh, but Mr. Vile knows. Oh boy, here comes Dirt again, playing through Banjo-Kazooie for the millionth time, and he might have to redo this once or twice, instead of when he was a kid and he just gave up on it entirely. Yeah, since we finished Banjo-Kazooie, I definitely will do Banjo-Tooie soon. Maybe after Saints Row. Because I realize it is a lot of fun to have, like a game that I'm playing as a series, you know, like a more, well, I don't know if I would call, like, Banjo-Kazooie, like, a story game, but it's a game that I would play as a series, you know what I mean? Whereas games like this, or like Night Rain, where it's, like, round-based, it's like, you kind of just can play into infinitum, you know? I'm insanely proud of Suisei. Got a singing career. I'm super proud of her, too, man. She is a success story, if I've ever seen one. I mean, she's like up there with like Hatsune Miku and stuff like that. So I'm very proud of her too, man. And she deserves it. She's super talented. I got this grape concentrate and make juice with that. That sounds pretty good. I might have to try that myself. I really like grapes. They're one of my favorite fruits. I'll catch up on chat a little bit now that I got a sec. I gotta wait a week, then can call again and see if I finally fucking get them adjusted. I swear to God, if they give me another test, I'm gonna scream. I felt the exact same way. I had doctor fatigue for a long time, and I'm still not over it, to tell you the honest to God truth. I won't go to the doctor unless... If I'm on the floor moments from death, then fine. Take me to the hospital. You know what I mean? But I completely get you. That stuff is so frustrating, and I really hope they can give you some kind of actual answer soon. I keep you in my thoughts, Taiga. I dreamed that my grandma's old house was infested with lickers that could talk. Oh, God. And I could picture with their big tongues, their voices would be like, "Oh, welcome in, Paxwell. It's me, a licker." If not for the fact that they were very stupid and easily tricked. Yeah, they kind of sacrificed some of the brain department to dedicate to the tongue department. Man, lickers, I would not want to have to deal with lickers. No thanks. Nothing tongue-based. Like, even Lickitung from Pokemon gives me a little bit of a bad vibe. That's his name, right? Lickitung? Oh my... It's just like that meme where it's like, I'm starting to forget the original one, the original generation of Pokemon's names. Man. I have been thinking about streaming a Pokemon game. I think I might even go all the way back to, like, Pokemon Red or something like that. You know, start from the very beginning. My favorite Pokemon... Well, I had two favorites when I was a kid. I really liked Pokemon Stadium 1. and Pokemon Coliseum. And that Pokemon Coliseum is the newest Pokemon game I've played, and that was on GameCube. I'm very out of the loop. Weird ass stream. Sounds like a weird ass stream. My goodness. Keep forgetting to get chalky milk. No! I'd bring you some if I could, friendo. Just checking with my resident expert of bullshit GP will throw at you to avoid adjusting the meds. Apparently I've been through the ringer. Yeah, they really do. They really do make it such a hassle for stuff like that. And I don't get why. It's like, don't you, like, want me to be getting better? You know what I mean? Like, why are you making this so difficult for me? I also looked like Poppy, the musician. Oh, yeah. Bubblegum Popper, not the criminal. Fair enough. Interesting. That's interesting. Poppy Petra? Poptra? The answer is GERD. They just made me do so much BS as they like avoiding. Yeah, I've heard about GERD. Yeah, I've known a couple people that deal with that. Oh, sorry, I had to clear my throat. Ugh. It is true though. I mean, you know, dealing with my stomach stuff in the past, it was so frustrating because it's like I would go get this test done, have to wake up super early, drive all the way out to the hospital, have my stuff, you know, get the test done, and then they come back like, yeah, you're not. There's nothing wrong with you. Like, what do you mean there's nothing wrong with me? How are you gonna look me in the eye and say that? Oh my god, and I remember this one time, man, they knew I was having stomach problems. So what did they do? They gave me do you guys know what barium is? They gave me 2 capsules of banana-flavored barium. So not only the most disgusting substance known to man, but it's banana-flavored. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And they're like, you have to chug 1 capsule before bed and then chug another one before you come here in the morning at like 7 a.m. And I tried. I chugged 1 before going to bed, woke up, threw it all up. Every bit of it. And I did not drink the second one. And like, me and my parents were pissed. We went there, they're like, he has stomach issues. He can't even keep regular food down. Why are you giving him this sludge that would make anybody want to throw up? You know what I mean? Like, what do you think? And what pissed me off was they told me, oh no, this isn't the only way. You have to do the barium. There's no other way. But then I go there, and when we say, yeah, we couldn't do it, I threw up the barium right away. They're like, oh, well, then we could just give you this shot instead. I'm like, you told me there was no other way, that I had to drink the barium. And now you're telling me, oh, well, we could just give you the shot. Like, you mother... What? Is the barium cheaper for you? Is that what it is? You just wanted to save some money? I hate doctors. I'm going to be honest. I like dentists more than doctors. At least a dentist is going to look you in the eye and tell you he's fucking you. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith and confidence in doctors, unfortunately. Not very good experiences. You want to know the thing that made me stop going to the doctors in general? I was so mad, I said no more. No more doctors. I went and I got the endoscopy, you know, where they put the camera down my throat. And they told me to fast for 8 hours beforehand. I fasted for like 14 hours because I couldn't stomach food at the time. I literally could not stomach food. So I didn't eat for like a whole 14 hours before. And when I got the tube down my throat, they found like food in my stomach that was only partially digested. So obviously there's an issue there if 14 hours that food's been in my stomach and it's still only partially digested. You want to know what the doctor said? He looked my parents and me right in the eye and he's like, oh, looks like someone took a late night Taco Bell run. And my parents are like, no, he didn't eat anything. We saw him all night. He did not. And the doctor's like, no, he ate something. He ate something. I was so pissed. I'm like, you're going to call me and my parents liars? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, my parents are vouching for me that I haven't eaten anything in... Did the game just freeze? Yeah, the game just fucking crashed. Wow, never seen that before. But yeah, it's like, how are you going to tell me that I'm lying? And yeah, that was the thing that made me say I'm done with doctors. I'm not going to any more doctors. They're fucking assholes. I was done after that, man. I was so pissed off. If you're going to call me and my parents liars, Instead of being like, oh, he didn't eat anything? Well, that's definitely alarming. This food should be way more digested than it is. No. He's like, no, he ate something. He ate something. You're all a bunch of liars. He ate something. It's like, fuck you, dude. Holy shit. And I was done after that. No more doctors. I stopped going to the doctors. I learned how to deal with my stomach issues on my own. Doctors never did a goddamn thing for me. Does doctor sound like my high school counselor? You have to do this. Girl, you lie. Exactly, yeah. My parents were so mad too. They're like, we brought him here. You know that he's got stomach issues. We told you that he's throwing up every single morning, can't keep any food down. And you're like, here's an entire capsule. Like, you know, like a thermos that you would use to keep coffee in? It was like that big. And I had to drink 2 of those fucking things. It's just this, like I said, not only was it nasty sludge, it was banana flavored. That nasty artificial banana flavoring. So it's like, you might as well just spit right in my fucking mouth. It's, you know, such a slap to the face, salt in the wounds. And then for them to just be like, oh, it's okay, we could just give you the shot instead. It's like, are you kidding me? I was so mad. It's like, why didn't you give me a choice to begin with? Like I said, it's like, what? Is the barium cheaper for you guys? You know what I mean? It's cheaper to just get rid of the barium than it is to give me the shot. Oh, I was so mad. They really should lose their license. Abso-fucking-lutely. They absolutely should. You know what I mean? It's just, they're just so bad at what they fucking do. Like, obviously not all doctors, obviously, but it's just, every single one I've been to, completely incompetent. And like I said, some of them were just outright disrespectful. Like that guy with, oh, someone went for a late night Taco Bell run. It's like, how are you going to tell me and my parents that we're lying to you? Oh, I was so fucking mad, dude. And I haven't been to a doctor since. You know, I figure, why the hell should I? So they could tell me, oh, you're dying. Well, I'll just die then. Fuck you. Like I said, if I'm on the ground and I'm moments from death, fine. Take me to the doctor. Anything short of that, I'll manage on my own. I'll find a way. I know that's not exactly the ideal way to live your life, but frankly, I'm sick of the games. I'm sick of being lied to. You know, it's just, I'm done with doctors, man. It's just, I kind of just don't have any trust in anybody, like, anyone whose job it is to fix something. You know what I mean? Whether it's doctors, whether it's auto mechanics, whether it's just some handyman coming to fix your furnace. Because it's like, there's no profit in fixing issues, you know what I mean? Like an auto mechanic. If you bring your car to an auto mechanic and they fix it properly and now it's working just fine, they're only getting paid once. But if they kind of only band-aid it to the point where it's like, oh, it'll work for like a couple of months, but then it's going to just stop working again. Well, now they have a repeat customer. Now they get paid from you an infinite amount of times, however times they want. You know what I mean? The same thing with doctors. It's like there's no profit to be made in curing people, but there's a hell of a lot of money to be made in treating people over and over again forever. In fact, I think that's the reason that there's no cure for cancer or anything like that yet, because they don't want to cure it. They would rather just make money off people just treating it forever and ever. I don't know if this is like a hot take or anything, you know, tinfoil hat on, but that's the way I see it, man. I think they just don't want to cure stuff like that because it's too much of a cash cow for them. My mom's previous cardiologist should lose his license because he knew that my mom couldn't get the COVID shot because she was way too high risk for side effects, and he still refused to actually do anything. Yeah, that's a whole other can of worms, the whole thing with those shots. Whole other can of worms. And yes, I agree, he should definitely lose his license for that, for trying to force your mom to take a shot that would be hazardous for her health. So she dropped him, found a different cardiologist. And this one is actually helpful. She got my mom a stint and was able to get her heart function back up by like 20%. Awesome! That's really good to hear. I'm really happy for your mom. I'm happy that she, you know, is in a better state and that she actually found a doctor that's helpful. That's good to hear. Big ups to Momtro. You know, it's like, I know a lot of people get into, like, the health industry because they actually want to help people. But it seems like those people are few and far between, you know? So it's like, I understand there's good doctors out there. There's people that genuinely want to make a difference and help people. But man, it's just, there's so many that just don't seem to care at all. Well, they care. They just care about the money. I think mechanics are a perfect analogy for doctors because some of them actually do their job and some of them are so incompetent and greedy that they fuck you over so you have to come back and spend more. Exactly, yeah. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. You get me. It's just, like I said, anybody whose job it is to fix something, I kind of am a little weary about. You know, that's the thing, too, is that, I mean, what I do for work, me and my dad, we do garage door installation and maintenance. And we don't screw people at all. I mean, we always, because that's the thing, is we don't want to have to come back and fix it. You know what I mean? So we figure, let's do a good job, let's set it up right, and we'll test it 100 times to make sure it's working before we leave. So that we know for sure that there's going to be no issues. You know, because we don't want to get a call at like 6 in the morning, like, hey, I got to go to work and my garage door won't open, what the fuck? So they're, okay, yeah, let's scramble out of bed and, you know, hop in the truck to go fix this person's garage door for free. Or we could just do it the right way and then not have any issues and never have to go back to that person's house ever again. You know what I mean? I don't know, man, it's just... Like, obviously, like I said, not all doctors, not all mechanics, not all handymen, etc., but you gotta be careful when it comes to that sort of thing, I think. You know, if you're going to a mechanic, you gotta make sure that there's someone that... Like, look at reviews. Like, I'm really glad that we live in a age where you could just look up reviews like that, like on Google, of all places, you know what I mean? You know, because it's just, there's some people that, like you said, they're in it for the money. Like, you'll go to get your oil changed, and, you know, they'll like, manipulate and sabotage a part of your engine just to make it so that eventually it'll stop working, and then you're going to be thinking, oh, that's weird, my car isn't working suddenly. I guess I'll take it to that mechanic that was so helpful before. And there's just no way to know. There's no way to know. Unless you're sitting with them watching the whole time and you actually understand, like, the ins and outs of the engine, so you can actually tell if they're fucking with something. So happy with my current dentist, because yeah, he's got the personality of beige paint. That's so funny. I know exactly what you mean, too. He fixes my problem, unlike the previous dentist, so I'd rather let my teeth rot. Yeah! Oh my god. I'm glad you found someone better, too. Man, my dentist is a fucking idiot. I'm gonna just lay it out flat. He is such a empty-minded idiot. Like, cause I forget exactly. I think I had a cavity, like the first cavity I've had since I was a little kid. And, you know, he had to, like, do some drilling on it. And so he hits me with the Novocaine to numb my mouth, but then he just leaves the room. And he just doesn't come back for a half hour. And when he finally starts drilling, it hurts like hell because the Novocaine wore off. And I said, I'm like, hey, that really hurts. He's like, but I gave you Novocaine. I'm like, yeah, and then you walked away for a half fucking hour. So what does he do? He shoots me up again, and then he leaves the room again for another half hour, and he comes back, and he's once again surprised that the Novocaine wore off. I'm like, okay, shoot me up again, but do not move. Keep your ass planted in that fucking seat. Do not take a step out of this fucking room. Shoot me up and immediately take the drill to my tooth, you son of a bitch. I was so pissed. I'm like, what do you mean you're surprised the Novocaine wore off? You think it's permanent? You think it's forever? You shoot me up once and my mouth is numb for the rest of my life? No, dude. I was so pissed off. I almost got up and walked out. I'm like, you're not getting paid for this session, dumb fuck. Fucking idiot. Oh, I hate that fucking guy. I need to find a new dentist myself, because he is just such a fucking idiot. And I don't throw that around loosely. I like to be compassionate and not be mean, but this guy deserves it. What a fucking dumbass. Mechanics are far more prone to try and pull shit on women because, yeah, because the whole stereotype that, you know, oh, she's a woman. She doesn't know anything about cars. I would know that too because I've had mechanics, like, I've had mechanics like screw over my mom, only for my dad to be like, wait, you let them do what? My mom has almost thrown hands with many mechanics over that because she knows cars better than they do. A lot of respect for Momtra. She's very cool. Good on her, too, for calling it out, because that's just so disrespectful. It's like, how are you going to treat me like I'm just the dumbest person in the world like that? What, because I'm a woman? Fuck that. How fast is your metabolism eating that Novocaine? Because 20 is usually how long it takes for me to actually kick in, and then I'm numb for hours. Yeah, I don't know if he just gave me like a... Maybe he gave me a big dose or something. Or maybe I do just have a big metabolism. A good metabolism. I don't know. But yeah, it did kick in relatively fast. But then it wore off after like... Because he left for like a half hour and it wore off like 20 minutes. So I don't know if he was just giving me like... Maybe it was just like some really cheap watered down Novocaine. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, that sucked, man. I was so just... I had to tell him, don't leave the room this time. Actually, this is the third time you shot me up with Novocaine. You're gonna, like, bake my brain eventually. Please just don't leave the room. Shoot me up and immediately take the drill to my teeth. For Christ's sake. Oh, I was so frustrated. Like, damn, bro, I didn't even go to dentist school and I know better than you. Oh, man. Yeah, it's just stuff like that really grinds my gears. You know, it's like, it's really easy to just give people proper service, actually try and help them, you know, like you're getting paid to do. These people are taking time and money, you know, their own precious time, their own precious money to come to you for a solution. It is your responsibility to give them that solution. You know what I mean? Just, oh man, I hate when people are scheming and trying to screw people over like that. It sucks. Could have been a low dose, could have been your body breaking it down fast. But either way, after the first time, you should have thought, oh, maybe I need to start working on it. So, yeah, exactly, right? Like, I don't know if he had another patient or something, but it's like, dude, how about having them wait? I'm the one that's currently shot up with drugs. And then, yeah, he went and just did it again that second time. And then when he shot me up the third time, like I said, I had to tell him, now, don't leave this time. And he gave me a little bit of an attitude, but he knew. He knew. You know, it's like, maybe don't double book yourself then, if it was another patient you had waiting at that time. I also love my dermatologist because he straight up says, I can't help with that issue when he can't do anything instead of going full snake oil salesman. Yeah, see, I can respect that. If you really can't fix the issue, just say that. Instead of just, like, beating around the bush like, oh, well, maybe if we try this, maybe if we try that. You know, no. If you can't fix it, just tell me. You know, and I'll go find someone that can. Respectfully. The teeth anesthetic wore off in 20 minutes for me, and the dude was standing over me trying to rip out the stubborn root, which failed, by the way. My butt pretended it wasn't worn off as if I was poked in the mouth. Any other way I'd pass out. I'm ginger and hypermobility, double anesthetic. Understandable. That sounds like a pain in the ass trying to rip out the root. Yeah, like my teeth, like I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've kind of got a small gap between my two front teeth on top, and one of them is slightly crooked. But despite the fact it might not be the perfect photo, the perfect photography smile, my teeth are relatively strong. I don't really have issues with like them breaking. That one cavity I had like years ago was like a freak thing for me. I like never have issues with my teeth, thankfully. I I'm very thankful for that, because out of all the things I could have issues with, I think having teeth issues is something I just would not want to deal with. It was a nightmare. I was shaking and my dad said after, honestly, I thought you'd pass out. Me too, dude, me too. I probably would have, honestly. I'd be getting that cold sweat and I would just be like, yeah, I'm taking a nap. Good night. I gotta get so many fillings because of my cavities. Oh, Petra, no. Oh, I hope that it's I hope it's a leaf as pain-free as it can be. Cavities suck, man. I had a lot when I was a little kid. Not so much as an adult. I had to get a crown put in when I was a kid. And I remember I used to really like playing with it with my tongue because it was like really smooth. And it was very, it was a pleasant sensation. I got lucky with my wisdom teeth too. They all came in, like all my wisdom teeth came in a way that didn't conflict with my other teeth, so I never had to get them pulled. They're still in my mouth. I mean, they came in kind of weird, a little lopsided, but it doesn't cause me any pain, and, well, you're not gonna see them unless you're, like, gonna grab my mouth and, like, pull my cheek open. So what do I care, you know? I also have an underbite, and apparently a very aggressive one, because when I went to a new dentist, she was so shocked by it. She's like, whoa, we never see an underbite like that. And I'm like, oh, thanks for making me feel like a freak. I'm surprised she didn't, like, run down the hall like, guys, you gotta come see this. But yeah, when I close my mouth naturally, basically all my top teeth file behind my back, except my molars. But, like, you know, like, the sharper teeth, they all file behind my back teeth when I close my mouth naturally. Doesn't cause me any pain. And it does cause my bottom jaw to sit slightly higher than it should, but it's not noticeable. Especially because I have facial hair, so you wouldn't know it anyway. But yeah, despite having a gap in my teeth, besides one of my teeth being crooked, and despite my apparently freakish underbite, my teeth are pretty strong. So while they might not be aesthetically pleasing, they are not pain pleasing. I'm supposed to get referred to the expensive specialist for the bullshit that is my teeth. Oof. Oh, I wish you a lot of luck with that, man. Teeth stuff sucks. Surprisingly, don't have that many cavities. That's lucky. I definitely feel lucky to not get a ton of cavities anymore. I ate too much sugar when I was a kid. The shitty thing is I take good care of my teeth in high school and college, brush regularly, use mouthwash and all that, and they still just crumble. That's a shame. My mom has teeth kind of like that, where no matter what she does, they're just, I don't know, they're like genetically made up to not be, you know, like super strong. You know, whereas me, I don't really take super special care of my teeth, just the basics, you know, I brush and floss. And that's apparently good enough. Which I definitely count my blessings for. If there's one thing that I'm not super good at, it's hearing. But that could also just be selective hearing from, you know, the spectrum. I've never been diagnosed, but it would explain a lot. When I was 6 years old, my mom went to a psychic, which I don't really believe in that kind of stuff, but she went to a psychic and asked about my future. And the psychic said, she said I was going to get a very high-paying job that was going to pay me to go back to school. And then she said, you might want to get him tested for autism. And it's like, well, one of those things is probably true at least. I have both my baby and adult front teeth. Really? You have, like, what, like 2 rows? Or they just kind of, like, exist together? Because I think I actually still have a couple of baby teeth that never fell out. I think? I'm not sure. It's been a while. Oh, they're right next to each other. Okay, I gotcha. Interesting. Does that cause you, like, any, like, trouble when it comes to, like, chewing or anything like that? My uncle had 0 teeth by age 30. Oh, gosh. So I must have gotten the shitty teeth genetics. Yeah. I understand that. Like I said, my mom talks about that. She's like, you are so lucky that you did not get my side of the family's teeth. I'm like, apparently I am. I need to wake up early and call because I'm coming up on a year since I was tested for TISM and they ain't told me shit. No text, no email, no nothing. That's crazy. You'd think they'd be a little more responsive. I probably should get checked out, honestly. It's just like, even just to have like that closure where it's like, oh, so that's why life was weird for me growing up. If I'm right, I have roughly 16 retained baby teeth. That's right, I have very little adult teeth. That's crazy, 16? Wow. I mean, hey, you must be taking good care of them if they're still in there. You know what I'm saying? This is a common pattern in the reviews. Oh man, that sucks. When insurance don't cover any other specialists nearby, you gotta make do. You gotta do what you gotta do, yeah. Well, here's hoping they have a come to Jesus moment and suddenly decide, hey, maybe we should like actually like follow up with people. Hey, what's up, Ryan? Thanks for the full health care, and thank you for checking in. I hope you're having a good day, dude. Good to see you as always, man. I needed that hydration. I've been yapping a lot. I hope you're all staying hydrated too, gamers. It's important. And a straunch. Ugh. I needed that too. My elbows popped. Then again, that happens a lot. And I'm 20 in 18 days. The funny thing is, I physically remember losing loads of them growing up. Really? They keep respawning. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's like your X-Men superpower, the regenerating teeth. That's crazy. Too bad the Tooth Fairy didn't have higher rates. You could turn that into a lucrative business. Their scheduling lady accused me of no call, no showing when my first appointment was canceled by massive amounts of snow, and I wanted to climb through my phone and beat her with a sock full of pennies. I would be fuming too. It's like, what do you mean? Yeah, I didn't show up because you canceled. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, hey, sorry, we have to cancel your appointment. And, like, what am I supposed to say? No. No, I disagree. Oh, okay, well, I guess we're not canceling then. It's like, nope, you're not. Like, nope, you're not doing that. Just like in Seinfeld, where George Costanza wanted to break up with his girlfriend at the time. And when he told her, like, look, I just think it's not working, I think we should see other people, she's like, no. He's like, what do you mean, no? Like, we're not breaking up, no. And then him being the weak-willed guy he is, he's just like, alright. No, we're not breaking up. That was so funny. That was one of the last episodes, too. Like, there was over a foot of snow and y'all cancel everyone's appointments, and then you never called me like you were supposed to help me reschedule. Fuck, honestly, yeah. Oh, I hate stuff like that, man. I hate stuff like that. You know, they hold you so strongly to that schedule. Like, oh, you were here 1 second late, so screw you. But it's like, then you go and they're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be like an hour wait. We're a little overbooked. It's like, oh really? Wow, that's crazy. Because if I showed up late, or if I made you guys wait, you'd like charge me. But you guys could just decide, yeah, we're not taking you right now. Fuck off. Ugh. Ugh. Oh gosh. Oh, there's so much happening. Oh, my armor held out. No, it didn't. In the name of boy love, stay back. It has something to do with my natal teeth. Yep, I had a third set already emerged from birth. That's wild. Wow. I mean, like, it's like, I'm sorry if that causes you, like, a lot of, like, issues or anything, but that is actually kind of cool in a way, too. Pardon me. That is intense. Your automated phone system was also broken as hell, too. Naturally. Naturally, because it's got to be a multi-layered shit sandwich. My ADHD meds threatened because adult services keep forgetting to send me their letter about the review. That's crazy, dude. Like, medication that you rely on, and they're gonna threaten to take it away because their own fuck-up. Man, what is the deal with this world? No, I didn't mean to do that, fuck. I meant to swap it. Oh well. I was sobbing by the time I got through the receptionist on my original appointment day trying to reschedule. What a pain in the ass, man. Like, why make it so hard for people? My specialist is going to be expensive as I didn't see the dentist as often as I should have done. Anxiety, autism, and ADHD, dentist illness. Completely understandable. I really don't like going to the dentist either. It causes, like, I always have to have my appointments really early in the day just because if I have it, like, in the afternoon or, God forbid, the evening, it's like, I will sit there with autism paralysis for all day long because I will not be able to think of anything else except I gotta go to the dentist. I won't be able to play any games or watch any shows. I will literally sit there and stare at the wall until I have to go because the anticipation is just eating me alive. You've gotten so much better now, though. I'm glad to hear. Good job, Taiga. We acknowledge and we appreciate character development here. Man, that is crazy, though. It's like every single person seems to have a story about, like, healthcare workers just not doing their job. That's crazy. It says a lot about the industry, man. And, like, even, like, internationally, you know what I mean? So it's like, you can't just blame, like, oh, you know, United States healthcare. It sounds like this is just kind of a world issue, like the entire world. Just like an epidemic of healthcare workers that just don't care about their job. Which is a shame because there's a lot of good healthcare workers out there that genuinely care about making people's lives better, but they get overshadowed by all the crap. And that was through avoiding the fuck out of them. Let's go. Whatever helps. I'm kind of a tank with dental work, which is funny because I otherwise have very low pain tolerance and anxiety. The Petra tank. Of course I was getting root canals at age 4, so I've been through some shit with my teeth. Yeah, maybe you're just like a seasoned veteran when it comes to that stuff. Yeah, I fortunately kind of have a pretty decent pain tolerance. Like getting shots doesn't bother me, and neither does seeing my own blood. Like, I could watch them, like, extract blood from my body and it doesn't bother me at all. Needles, fortunately, just don't bother me. You know, I've gotten tattoos and stuff. That doesn't, you know... If anything, I kind of like the way it feels in a weird way. It's exhilarating. Ouch. Stop it, back off. Get out of here, Hako's Bales. I love you, Bales, but not like this. Man, collab that some of the Hololive EN members did the other day where they played Super Battle Golf, that was so funny, dude. So, like, that... Oh, I sent Petra the clip where Shiori hit Mori Calliope with her club, and oh my god, that scream that Calliope Mori did was just... That was like a horror movie scream, dude. Holy cow. It was so funny. It was so funny, man. I've never heard her hit that octave, man. And then, like another point, Gigi hit Hako's Bales into the water, and it was just so funny with their accent. I fell into the water! Water! It was so funny. Oh man, I love Halloween. They're great. That game just really brings out the worst in people, man. It's just like Mario Kart and Mario Party. You handle needles pretty well. I would imagine, because I know you have some tattoos as well. Just hate when the medicine in the needle hurts more than the needle itself. Yeah. That story I told about how I couldn't handle the barium, and then they were like, oh, we have the shot. I think they said it was a mercury shot, and they were like, just so you know, when we shoot you up with this, it's gonna feel like you peed your pants, but you didn't. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. And so they shot it up with me, and sure enough, yeah, it felt like I pissed my pants, but I didn't. It just gives you a really weird warm sensation down there that feels just like, well, like you just pissed yourself, but I didn't. I swear to God I didn't. I was wearing gray sweatpants. I would have known if I did. Yo, Callie screaming was, it was! And even Shiori was like, no, your ball went in, girl, it's okay. Callie's like, no, I will never forget. It was so intense, dude, man. She screamed, that was screaming bloody murder right there. Like, her neighbors were probably like, oh, she's getting murdered. Oh my god, man. That's the funny thing with Calliope Mori, man. Sometimes she's like the most chill person in the world, and other times she's just so intense. She really is just, it really is just kind of like a gamble which Calliope Mori you're getting that day. And a lot of it usually has to do if Gigi Murin is around. Yeah, I love Calliope Mori, man. She's funny. Like, I remember when Gura was still around, and it was Gura and Calliope Mori, they were just building stuff in the Halloween Minecraft server, and they had the idea to build like a carnival or amusement park type thing, and they were building a Ferris wheel, and Calliope Mori was like, oh, we should make the cars or whatever they are on the Ferris wheel, we should make them shaped like hearts. And Gura was just like, that's so cute, oh, kawaii pee. And Callie got so like, no! Oh, I love Calliope Mori, man. She's awesome. She's one of the all-time greats. That's Mayoshi, probably getting the cops called on her because her neighbors think she's getting murdered. Yeah, I genuinely wonder, like, if she's ever actually had that before, where it's like, no murder happening here, just, I have some friends that really like trolling me in video games. Well, what can I say? Her reactions are always priceless, so I understand why she gets trolled so much. Tanked both my tattoos, did my gacha dailies, I was getting them both. Yeah, when I got mine, it's weird the way that your flesh, like, turns raw. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like you're, like, touching, like, an uncooked ham. At least that's what it felt like for me. Yeah, and it was just, I don't know, you kind of go into, like, a zen state. Like, it hurts, but it's just, I don't know, it's like this constant hurt, to where your brain kind of just manages to deal with it. It's hard to explain. I need to get a new one. It's been a long time since I've gotten a tattoo. I just don't know of what. Let me catch up on chat. I want Callie to DM a TTRPG campaign for me. That's my ultimate goal. I would love that. She's a good DM. I've watched some of their tabletop streams that they've done. She honestly is a very good DM. She's got a good imagination, and she's also the kind of DM that's like not too unforgiving and brutal. You know what I mean? Like she actually like wants to work with the players and stuff. Like a Wired guy who is Kalibi's husband, if you guys don't know. He is a really good DM because he very clearly doesn't want our characters to die. Like, he would kill our characters if it came down to it, but he clearly doesn't want for that to happen, you know? He'd rather, like, keep us alive so we can keep having fun, you know? I think that's the proper way to DM. Like, obviously don't, like, sugarcoat it and make it baby mode, but you shouldn't be actively trying to fuck over your players, I feel, you know? But, yeah, Calliope Mori, I loved her campaigns that she did. Like that one where they were trapped in some kind of weird underground tunnel, and Gura literally, like, she had her character take off her jeans and lower the jeans down so that the character stuck in the tunnel could get themselves out before they died. I remember the fan art of that where it's just Gura's character and nothing, just like her shirt and then just like in her panties. Just like, yeah, I did it. Oh, that was funny, man. Oh. I like when Gigi says, yeah, Mori Calliope. Yeah, I love how she says everyone's full name, but the way she says Mori Calliope is special. I can hear this in her voice, yeah, right? Mori Calliope. I love Gigi, man. She's hilarious. She is such a goblin, dude. I was right. My one is going to be over 23 quid. What in the action? That's crazy. 23k. Holy cow. I hope you're not going to have any trouble paying for that. That's a lot. Goddamn. I'm not sure the conversion rate from quid to dollars, but goddamn, that can't be cheap. My dad's looked like raw ground beef after getting tattooed. Yeah, right? That's how mine was too. It became like really pink. Super pink. And just like I said, it felt like slapping your hand on like an uncooked ham or something. That's what my arm felt like after I got my tattoo. And his ink doesn't want to stick either. Oh, that's a shame. That sucks. Yeah, fortunately, mine have definitely faded over time a little bit, but just the normal amount. They still look good, in my opinion. 23,000 plus. I'm not okay. That is insane. That is insane. I'm sorry, Taiga. I hope that you're able to pay it off decently. It's terrible. 30,300. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. Taiga, I'm so sorry. I hope you're able to pay for that. One way or another. Man, I wish stuff like that could be cheaper. You would think important stuff that people need to get done would be affordable. High pain tolerance. My first tattoo is on my upper thigh, and it's large lily. I was chilling on my phone. That's a pretty cool sounding tattoo. Yeah, like I said, you kind of just go into like a zen mode. At least that's kind of how it was for me. I just kind of zoned out, and I forget what I did at the time, because this was before I had a smartphone or anything. I think I just literally sat there and stared at the wall until it was done. I'm very good at just staring at the wall for long, extended periods of time. Like, you know how in, like, Skyrim and Fallout, you can, like, have your character just wait hours at a time on command, and it goes by in a flash? I could do that in real life. I got that dog in the Bibu in the gun session. I love Bibu too, man. All of Halloween I just really love, man. They're all so funny. I really appreciate Bibu too. She is so... I remember when Bibu posted a tweet, and then Hako's Bales replied to it, calling her booby. And then Bibu just responded, Hako's balls. And Bales was just like, okay. Hako's balls. Yeah, that little rock Bibu, she sure is a meme lord, dude. I was one of the people that was really surprised to find out she actually has regular human feet. I thought those, like, gems on her feet, I thought she just had, like, rock feet. I didn't realize they were shoes. That really took me by surprise. I'm like, I thought you had rock feet. I mean, I'm sure that made a lot of people happy for reasons. Mine still look brand new because I don't go outside. Valid. Valid. See, sometimes being an introvert is healthy. It makes your tattoos look brand new. I also don't have a lot of color in mine. Only a little bit of color. It's mostly just grayscale, though, so that might be another reason why it still looks pretty good. Yeah, maybe if I get some decent pictures of them, I could show you guys next stream or something. If I remember. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Please don't die. I'm gonna die. What the fuck, dude? What is going on today? What in the fucking fuck? Alright, well maybe play like 2 more, I'm thinking. This is gonna be kind of a short one today. Man, I can't upgrade if I'm just not getting anything. Any gold. Well, I guess I just need to keep grinding, huh? Good lord. Let's, you know what? We were talking about her. Let's play as Calliope Mori. You fished up a crying Dort right when I died. That's, that's some pretty insane timing. Wow. I haven't been referred yet, luckily, so I'm just like, holy fuck. That's crazy. I hope that maybe the price can be adjusted a bit when you are referred, because that is actually insane. You gotta get the I forgot what it's called. What? The what? The drink. Oh, the Halu drink? Yeah, I have been doing that, thankfully. Yeah, the Halu. Yeah, I have, like, especially if I replay, like, the first or the second level, I go to level 5 Halu. And it definitely has health. In fact, I feel like playing the first level with the Halu drinks is more, like, it's like the most profitable thing to do. Speak of the devil. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today, man. I feel like I'm usually so much better at this game. Maybe my mind is just elsewhere. I'm just, like, not in the mindset. You don't really think about it, but more enemies, more XP, so you level up faster. True. That is true, yeah. The more people to kill, the more killing, which means the more XP. So I'm all for it. Give me that Halu. Man, I still remember in Calliope Mori's debut, right at the beginning, like, cause she debuted first. Out of everyone in Hololive EN, she debuted very first. And I remember she was kind of talking to herself. She's like, okay, people like cute. I should do like a cute voice, blah, blah, blah. And then like when she finally spoke, she was like, hello, everyone. She started like choking on her own words. Hello, everybody. It was so fucking funny. Right away, as soon as she did that, the very first impression I got from her, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna like this one a lot. I just knew it. I just knew it. I knew right off rip, I'm like, I'm gonna like this one a lot. That was so funny. I wish, unfortunately, my price would be that high due to the extent of the problem. Oh, that's a shame. If it was milder, like by a whole lot, it would be a heck of a lot cheaper. But nope, my fave hand to be further fucked up. That sucks, man. I'm sorry, Taiga. It really is such a pain in the ass that stuff like that has to be so expensive. I'll tell you one thing, whenever you do that, they better find something and they better be able to give you a solution. That's for damn sure. Oh, this might have not been a good idea to damage boost for that. Okay, we're fine. I remember all the hype about English VTubers because you could actually understand them. Yeah, I was hyped about it. That's how I felt. Because it's like, I started watching VTubers in like 2020, I think. You know, and back then Hololive only had Hololive JP and Hololive Indonesia, which the first generation of Hololive Indonesia, which was the only one that they had at the time. I remember they were kind of like the unofficial Hololive English because all three of them spoke English fluently and commonly. So, like, that was, like, the full extent of me watching English VTubers. But then when they were like, hey, Hololive English coming out, I'm like, no way, let's fucking go. I was in my college dorm room for my first semester of college when Hololive Gen debuted, and it's forever ingrained in my memory. What a good memory. That's such a good memory, man. Good times. Those really were good times. Like, I do still try and keep up with Hololive as much as I can. It's just there's so many of them now. It's a little hard. Because I remember when the first generation of EN came out, I, like, made sure to go to all their streams. All 5 of them. As much as I could. You know, but now there's, like, what? Like, God, there's gotta be, like, 20 members or something like that now. It's like, I can't possibly keep up with them all. Especially since they're not all in the same time zones and stuff, you know? They keep multiplying, they really do. And I gotta say, whoever's in charge of, like, scouting for talents in Hololive, they do an amazing job, because it's just... I don't know, man, just every member, I just like them all, really a whole lot. I miss Vesper, it's such a shame he and Magic kept butting heads. That is a shame. That really is a shame. I am always very weary of the management in the Corpos. Because they always want to seem to... They always seem to make a bad decision eventually. I feel like when Kiryu Coco graduated because of the management, I think Hololive kind of had like a come to Jesus moment where they're like, okay, maybe we need to rethink how our management works. Because it's like, we just lost, like, one of our biggest talents. And as much as I miss Kiryu Coco, it's like, I think they needed that wake-up call. They still make mistakes, but it's like, I think that kind of made them realize, wow, we need to do better, or else we're gonna lose a lot of money. VTuber you can't experience without caption videos. Oh my god, yeah, right? Because it's like, I still watch JP VTubers even though I can't understand them. Like, I watch Korone and Sakura Miko. I really like Lulu from Nijisanji. She's fun. Lulu from Nijisanji, she did a stream of Luigi's Mansion the other day, and in the thumbnail, she put, number sign 01, as if it's like, yeah, this is part 1, as if there's gonna be more than one part, and then she just played through the whole entire game in one sitting. Which is very in character for her. I should watch more JP VTubers when I need background noise. Yeah, it's very good for that. Like, there's a certain... Like, I don't know how to explain it, but there's a certain, like, level of zen that comes from watching a VTuber that's speaking a language that you don't actually, like, fully understand. Because it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it's the pleasant feeling of, like, having somebody there talking, but since it's, like, not words that you understand, it's like, your brain kind of doesn't expend any extra, like, energy, like, interpreting the words, because, you know, like I said, you don't understand it, so you know, your brain's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I don't know, it's just, it's very comfy watching someone that speaks a different language like that. I know some people prefer watching, like, stuff where it's like, no, I need to be able to understand, and that's completely understandable. But, I don't know, like, there is, to me anyway, there's a very nice vibe that comes with watching someone that speaks a language you don't understand. You do get what I'm saying? I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. It's like I said, it's like your brain doesn't, like, expend the energy to actually process the words you're hearing, so it's like, I don't know, it's... Not that watching EN VTubers is exhausting or anything, it's just it kind of conserves energy, I guess. Which makes it really good for background noise. Ooh, I need the... Nice. Strange vase. Interesting. I wonder what's inside of it. Peacock bass. Hey, we love catching actual fish here. Common Atlantic cod. Ooh, man, I haven't had cod in so long. I love cod. That's some good fish. I haven't had fish in general in a very long time. I should change that. Oh my god, there is so much happening. What exactly does her ultimate do? Does it... Oh, I guess I can't really. Okay. Oh my god, there's so many tangles of Ollie's hair. All healing is double, that'd be nice. A blue discus, nice. Very throwable fish. Disclaimer, do not throw the fish. You love fishing but hate eating fish? I'll eat whatever fish you catch. That's fair. I know, like, a lot of people, like, seafood is kind of a no-go for them, and I understand that. God. Holy cannoli, dude. You can always put it back. That is true. You can always put it back. If I went fishing, I'd probably just catch and release. I don't know. To me, it's like if I want to eat fish, I could just go to the supermarket and get some fish from there. You know what I mean? If I caught a fish, I'd probably just throw it right back. I'd probably look at it, be like, whoa, look at this guy, and then I'd throw it back. Go live your life, king or queen, whichever. That's what I do, yeah, catch and release. Very wholesome Petra moment. Tried many kinds of fish over the years with man, I just can't enjoy it. That's understandable. It is kind of like an acquired taste type thing. It's, you know, you either like it or you really don't like it. I've tried fish that I don't like for sure. But I do enjoy cod. I like salmon. And some others that I can't think of right now. I think I've had perch. Perch is pretty good. I like crab, too. Like crab cakes. I could eat crab cakes. I just feel bad because I couldn't order, like, crab or lobster from a restaurant because I feel too bad knowing that they, like, you know, kill it right then and there. I'd feel way too guilty. really not doing all too well. I'm surviving, but... Oof. I mean, I know I drank the Halu, but damn. Please, my American blood, I haven't had a burger all day, please. Oh no. Fine. I'm not gonna do it. I think I've had my full of Halu. Oh my god, I think that's her death ability that does that? That's crazy. That works like a charm. Very needed in this scenario. Oh my god. Holy cow. Definitely need attack up. Reduce time between attacks. Help, very helpful. We love that. It's a cool chain kill effect. I love it. I love it. I keep noticing large portions of enemies dying all at the same time, and I'm just like, yeah, baby, fucking give it to them. Totally kills the FPS, though. Definitely. It definitely does, but you know what? I'll sacrifice some FPS if it means the enemies die. I hate that noise. It's very high cortisol noise. I'm gonna hear that in my dreams, my nightmares. All right, we're definitely thinning out the herd though. But now we got to deal with, I forget the character's name, but that's Ollie's, Crazy Ollie's little guy. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Burger. Now's a good time to take level 5 Halu. I don't know. I'm scared, Archie. Oh my god. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, thank god. Oh my god. I'm tensing so much. I'm gonna need to lie down after this stream. I'm gonna end up with back pain. Oh, don't kill me. Where's a burger when I need one, dude? There's one. Ugh. That kind of helped a little. No! What the fuck, dude? What is going on today? Fine, you know what? We're gonna play Taco Styles. We're gonna go to the very first fucking level. Fuck it. Watch me do it. I feel like I'm just in baby mode now. Sometimes in life you have to go back to baby mode. No. Rat's Ninja Way. Awesome. I love how Hakos bails, like, whether she's a rat or a mouse just kind of depends how she's feeling that day. I also like how, despite the fact, like, in her lore, she's supposed to be like the embodiment of chaos, she's actually a really chill person. I think that's funny. In a way, that in itself is chaotic, because it's like you expect chaos, but instead you get very chill, easygoing person. And she's a really good dancer too, dude. I remember watching some of her like 3D dancing streams, and it's like, oh my god, man, she can move. I think Bales is part of Gen 2, right? Yeah, with like Fauna and Crony and stuff. Dude, I still think about it and it still makes me laugh, but you know, for the longest time, well, when it was just Hololive EN Gen 1, Calliope Mori was the tallest member. And one of the tallest members of Hololive overall, I think she was like the 4th or 5th tallest. Kiryu Coco was always the tallest. But, I remember when Holo EN Gen 2 came out, and it was, like, their details were released, and it turned out that Crony is, like, a single centimeter taller than Calliope Mori. And I remember, like, Mori was just, like, she was, like, obsessed with that for, like, a week or two. I could tell she's like, no, I want to be the tallest. Like, she wasn't actually upset, but it was just kind of like a funny thing, you know? I could tell she really likes being taller than people. Especially because she talks about how, like, short people gives her the urge to, like, pick them up and throw them. Milk. Man, I love Crony. Exactly, yeah. Man, I love Crony. I love Crony too, man. She's so relatable. She just like us, for real, for real. A tiger shark, goddamn. Quite the pull. And I really do. I need to change the. In fact, let me see. Can I do that right now? I want to change the fish game from being in a winter setting to a spring setting. Let me. Here we go. Change weather. Let's see, it rains in spring. Let's have it be rainy weather. There we go. Now instead of a snowy pond, you'll find a rainy pond. Thanks for the posture check, Jinxie. I actually did need that. I was shrimping up quite a bit. There we go. Now it's a nice it's a nice rain. And we'll keep it like that for the duration of spring. How's that sound? And then we'll make it nice and sunny once summer hits. Yeah, wow, right? Rainy pond. This game really has everything except something that you could actually do with your gold that you get. I think the current shortest member of Hololive is Bibu. Forever it was Luna from Hololive JP. I like Luna a lot. She's really cute. Yeah, but she was always the shortest, even shorter than Gura. But then Bibu came out, and now she's baby of Hololive. Honestly, I would love to see Bibu and Luna do a collab. I would love that. That would just be pure baby mode. In the best way. And Kobo. Kobo should be there too. Kobo from Hololive ID. It should be Bibu, it should be Luna, and Kobo. That would be just pure baby mode. I would love it. You remember when you played this and Iris was the strongest character? Yeah, Iris is pretty good. I think I have her. Oh yeah, I do. She is a really good character. She really is. I found that, ASCII, I've found that she's a very good character too. At least her kit really speaks to me. Roboco is terrifying. She is. At least I think I know how she plays in this. I forget which characters I actually have. I know that I rolled for Roboco's generation a lot because I wanted to get Sakura Miko. The Brat collab. Yeah, see, I would be all over the Brat collab. I remember when, at the start it was just Kobo and Calliope Mori, but eventually Bibu came. And they were playing, like, I forget what it's called, but it's that one game where it's like one player plays as the dad, and the other person plays as the baby. And the baby's goal is, if you're playing as the baby, your job is to try and kill yourself. And the dad's job is to keep you alive until time runs out. And obviously, Calliope Mori was dad, because of course. And Kobo and Bibu were the babies, and they just, Kobo and Bibu really bought into the playing the role of baby. They really did. They were perfect at it. And like, they immediately, like, their Kobo and Bibu's vibes just immediately synced. It was perfect. It's just the perfect vibe together. And I think Lulu, or not Lulu, I think Luna would be perfect for that too. Yeah, Who's Your Daddy? Yeah, thank you, Ryan. That's what it's called. That game looks like a lot of fun. I would play that with someone, if someone was ever interested. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd be a better daddy or baby. I'd probably be a better baby, if we're being completely real. Short baby. Like, uh-oh, I'm climbing into the oven. After I just ate a AA battery and drank some Windex, what are you gonna do about it, Daddy? And then he, like, picks me up and feeds me an apple, and I'm all good. Question is, would there be a chaperone? There probably would have to be a chaperone, just because it would be funny, and I think Mori Calliope would be the perfect chaperone. My answer is Mori Calliope. I could see it already. Dude, I remember it was Calliope, Mori, and Kobo. They were playing, it wasn't Getting Over It, but it was a game very similar to that. And, and like, Calliope Mori, she kept fucking up this one spot over and over, and eventually she made her patented angry Callie noises. And then Kobo was like, she said it just like this. She was like, chill, bitch. And Callie was like, hey. That was so fucking funny. Oh man, I like Kobo a lot. She's so fucking funny. I'd be a better daddy. Thank you, Morgan. Also, hello, Morgan. Good to see you. You guys think so? You prescribe to Daddy Dort? If you were a baby trying to climb into the oven, or like trying to drink Windex, would you trust me to feed you an apple and cure you of your ailment? And even if you throw grenades and stuff at me, I won't hold it against you. I remember there was another game kind of like that, except instead of a baby and a dad, it's like a toddler and the grandma. But I remember the toddler just looked like a very small 45-year-old man. Like he had like a face of like a 45-year-old man who's been in jail for 10 years. Kind of like how Jimmy Hopkins from Bully he's only supposed to be 15, but he's got the face of a hardened felon. Yeah, the toddler wanted to kill the grandma, yeah. Yeah, that's a good game. That's a funny one. Yeah, you do, Archie? Okay. You put your faith in Daddy Dort? Okay. If I find you trying to climb in the oven, or if you eat like any AA batteries or anything, I'll pick you up, Archie, and I'll feed you like an apple, and you'll be right as rain. I got you. Bibu's reaction to Kyogre and Prokopia was amazing. Yeah, it really was. She was so like, what the hell? It did catch me off guard. I wasn't expecting him to like be like, hey y'all. Like I'm not complaining, but I definitely didn't expect that. I thought he would have like a more like majestic kind of way of speaking, but no. He comes ashore and he's like, hey y'all, mind if I partake in this rodeo herd? Hey, what's up, Zex? Welcome back. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Might need to clip this for the ASMR compilation. What, me saying I'll feed you an apple? Fair enough. Should I do ASMR, guys? Like ASMR roleplay. You're a baby who tried to climb in the oven, and you almost cooked yourself, but then Daddy Dirt saved you and then fed you like a banana, and now you're all better. Would you guys listen to that? Howdy, y'all. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that voice, or, well, that manner of speaking, that's for sure. You know, I remember someone once told me that I would be really good at BFE, boyfriend experience. But I don't really agree with that. I don't think I'd be good at that at all. I think they just liked my voice. I did record a, I did record a thirst trap for one of my friends once because she really likes Otome games, and there was a scene from an Otome that she wanted me to voice, and she's like, yeah, just make it like a thirst trap, and when I sent what I recorded, she's like, I had to cover my face, oh my god. I'll have to see if I can find it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I think I have it in my bookmarks, but... I could probably just pull up her TikTok. Dang! I'm not sure where it is. Quite genuinely, people talking is a trigger for me to sleep, so if I'm gonna fall asleep and not finish the video anyway, I might as well support a friend's view count. That's very kind of you, Archie. I appreciate that. Thank you very much, friend. Let's see. Oh, found it. Wow, this was from 2023. Alright, I'm gonna post this in the chat. I guess don't listen to it if you think it'd be weird. But that's the thirst trap that I recorded for one of my friends. For, I think the Otome's 13 Days with You, and honestly, the character she wanted me to voice act looks a lot like my VTuber model, so I can understand why she chose that. But, yeah, warning, it is somewhat lewd, a little bit lewd. Oh my god! What a reaction! Oh my god, Archie. Are you all good? Wait. That is my voice. That is my voice. What can I say? Dirk can be a bad boy when he wants to be. I know, it's very out of character for me. Like, but yeah. I did that 3-ish years ago? It's like you were meant to be. Oh my goodness gracious. I take it you liked it. Thank you. I'm glad, Archie. I'm glad. Make that 192 bookmark. Oh, Archie. I'm flattered. I'm flattered. It was fun to do, what can I say? I remember recording it and I sent it to her. I'm like, is this good? I could re-record it if you want. She's like, no, that's so good. And I'm like, oh, well, alright. Yeah, good times. I haven't, like, recorded a voice thing like that in a really long time. Maybe I should. Maybe I should get back on the wagon of... It's just the thing is, I can't really come up with things to say on my own. I need to have some kind of script to read. Oh my god, I'm thinking, like, I didn't even listen to it, and I'm just thinking of, like, how I sound, and I can't help but laugh. Who knows, maybe I should try and be, like, a voice actor for Otome games. I was like, okay, that's cool. Can't be that good, though. His voice doesn't give Thirst Trap vibes. I'm thinking about fish right now. I'm thinking about fish. Oh, Archie. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, like, my normal speaking voice I don't think is very, like, I don't know, sultry or whatever, but I guess... if I lower it by a couple of octaves, I guess I can kinda reach Thirst Trap volume, whatever you want to call it. And I did that for free too, just for love of the game, and because I wanted to, you know, well, my friend asked me to do it, so I'll do it. Kinda, yeah, downplay yourself some more, oh my god. I appreciate that, Archie, I'm glad you liked it. It was fun to do, that's for sure. And seeing people's, because she posted it on TikTok too, so it's like looking at people's replies, I'm like, wow. They're posting like, oh my god, that voice is, little do they know, that voice came from a total dweeb like me. Good times. Well, who knows? Maybe I would do decently for doing a BFE. I don't know though. It's just making like BFE and GFE content's a little scary. You end up with really obsessive fans. Oh my god, I love how many bombs she throws when I do the ultimate. That's crazy. Look at me. I built a house of bombs. My house in the middle of the field. My house made of high-grade explosives. Bales is honestly really good. I like her a lot. I can't really say I've played as any character that I thought was bad, per se, but I've definitely got the ones where it's like, if I'm gonna play a harder level, I've got my little list, you know? My house in the middle of the lava. That is a crazy ultimate, man. I needed this kind of power trip after getting my ass handed to me all stream. I needed this little power fantasy here. Every now and then, you just gotta go back to the first level, play baby mode, just to kind of remind yourself, like, no, I'm good at this game. I don't suck complete ass. Only a little ass. A moderate, conservative amount of ass. But yeah, I very clearly need to do some more grinding. But that's okay. That just means I get to play the game more. I don't really mind games that are grindy. I mean, I better not. I remember my first playthrough of Dark Souls 1 back on the 360. I don't even know how many hours I played that game. It had to be several hundred, and the majority of it was me grinding. Just because it's like, oh, this weapon's really cool. Too bad I don't have the proper stats to use it effectively. I guess I'll sit here and grind for 5 days straight until I can use this weapon that I'll probably use for like 5 minutes and then go back to my regular weapon. Fortunately now, though, I know of a duplication glitch in Dark Souls 1. And I don't care if that makes me illegitimate. I've already played through the game. If I want to duplicate souls, I'll duplicate souls. As long as there's variety, yeah, I completely agree. I completely agree. And I think this game has a lot of variety when it comes to grinding. To keep myself sane in Dark Souls when I was grinding, I had to keep just, like, trying out different weapons and stuff. It was the only way. Otherwise, I would have just... Oh my god. I would have died. Honestly, though, like, when it comes to, like I was saying, that duplication glitch in Dark Souls 1 that I know of, that's really easy to do. It's like... I'm sure some people would look at that and be like, oh, you're not a legitimate player, you're using an exploit. But it's like, what difference does it make if I sit here and grind all week to get to a specific level? Or if I just use the duplication glitch to get to that level in 15 minutes? What difference does it make? I'm still the same level. You know what I mean? It's just I got there a lot quicker. You know, who cares? That's the way I look at it. And it's like, I do kind of have like an honor system. I don't give myself like max stats or anything. You know what I mean? It's just, I just kind of keep, I try to keep myself on par with the areas that I'm in, so it's not like a total cakewalk, you know what I mean? I'm pretty good at holding myself to the honor system when it comes to stuff like that. Can't do stuff like MMOs where they just want you to do mundane tasks a load, but if grind is just go out and play with no specific objective in mind, that's cool. I completely agree, and that's why I never got really too deep into MMOs. The only one that I really like is Elder Scrolls Online, because I feel like that game is kind of a grind, but it's not like, you know, like other MMOs where it's like, okay, let me go and farm these low-level enemies for like 20 hours. You know what I mean? I feel like Elder Scrolls Online is a little more, like, how to say, like, progression-friendly. I need to play that game again. It's been a long time. I've kind of been hesitant to play Elder Scrolls Online again, because I know for a fact I've probably been kicked out of all my trader guilds I was in, because they're all like, you need to play it, like, if you're offline for 14 days, we're gonna kick you out. And it's been a lot more than 14 days, but I could always just apply to new guilds. Who gives a shit? I do like Elder Scrolls Online, though. That's probably my favorite, like, MMO. Because I've tried other ones, and it's just, I don't know, I kind of just don't get into it. Monster Hunter grind is about the most grind I can go, where you need to fight the same monster like 20 times for some dumb drop. But at least to fight the same monster like 20 times or so, wow, I read the same line. But at least it's a high action fight, but even then monsters can feel formulaic if you fight them enough. I know exactly what you mean, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, that does sound manageable. But I could see myself being like, man, but do I really want to fight this monster a million times? It's like that farming enemies for their rare drops in Dark Souls. Like, if they're, like... Oh my god, dude, like... There's this one weapon called the Baldur's Side Sword in Dark Souls 1. And in the last, like, 3 or 4 runs I've done of that game, I have not gotten it, because the only way to get it is to have the Baldur Knights drop it. But even then, it's super rare. Super rare. And it's like, I even sat there and tried farming them for a bit, and I just couldn't get it. Even with, like, the various things you could do in Dark Souls to increase your item discovery, it's just such a rare drop, I haven't gotten it. And then I forget who I was watching, but I was watching, like, a VTuber that's new to Dark Souls 1 play it. And she has the sword. I'm like, what the heck? How'd you get the sword when you're not even trying? You probably don't even, like, know how rare of a sword that is. Meanwhile, me, I actively tried to get the sword, and Miyazaki and FromSoft is like, but what if you just didn't get the sword? Like, okay, I guess I didn't plan on using the sword anyway, but I still wanted it, damn it. I wanted it because I couldn't have it. Oh, this is bad news, bears. Oh, never mind. It's good news, bears. Alright, I think after this one we'll do one more, and then I think I'm going to wrap up there for the night. Nice 3-hour stream. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, if not tomorrow, probably Wednesday, but more than likely tomorrow, we'll come back to some Saints Row 2. And we'll do a nice long stream for that one, like another 5-6 hour one. And I think we'll advance in the story a bit more. Let's play as Gura. I don't play as Gura enough. But yeah. We'll do Halloween Castle. I do think we're gonna wow, the first enemy dropped an anvil, that's crazy. I do think though that we're gonna 100% Saints Row 2, or at least I'm gonna try, because some of the things can be a little tedious, I won't lie. But yeah. I think this stream, because we did get our respect up to, like, respect level 36 or something, which is more than enough to do all the missions. So we can just kind of... I think maybe we'll... I don't know. We'll see. I guess it's about feeling of progression. When you're initially farming, you can feel like you're progressing and getting better at fighting whatever you're grinding, but once it caps out, it's still... Yeah! It's true. It's true. That's how that's how it was in Dark Souls. You know, it's like you find these enemies that you grind, and it's like at first it's like, well, at least I'm like getting good practice fighting them and all that. But then it gets to a point where it's like you can kind of do it with like your eyes closed. You know what I mean? I've been playing a lot of WWE 2K25 lately. I did used to buy a lot of WWE games as they came out, but then I kind of got sick of it because it's like it's just kind of the same game every year with just a different roster. But the reason I bought 2K25 was because that was the first one in like over a decade, the first WWE game in like over a decade where you could actually do like cross-gender matches. You know what I mean? Where you could have male wrestlers fight female wrestlers. And it's like, I don't know why, like I understand in real life they don't want to do that because it's like they don't want like a bad image of like, oh look, WWE where men beat up women, but it's like, I don't know, it's like, I'm thinking like, it's a fighting game. Even if it is kind of like a sports simulator, it's still a fighting game, and it's like, It made me think of other fighting games. Like, imagine Street Fighter or Tekken or Mortal Kombat, where it's like, you can only have men versus men and women versus women. You know, it's just, I don't know. That feels kind of shallow. But yeah, I've been playing that a lot recently, just because it's really fun to make characters in that game. And I haven't played the story mode yet, and I was thinking about maybe streaming it. Because it can be a little goofy. But I'm not sure. It is kind of just like a dumb, fun game to play, though, you know? Just load up a match and beat the hell out of some enemies really quick. Level 2 sausage. Halloo, halloo. You know, it's, I mentioned a Lunar Lilium earlier. It was funny, this morning, I woke up and I was scrolling through TikTok, and I found a TikTok I thought she would like, so I sent it to her. And then, like, a couple minutes later, I saw she was live. And so I pulled up her Twitch. And she was playing House Flipper. And she... when I came in, she was building, like a ritual room to summon me, apparently. And I guess it worked, too. She just, like, put, like, a circle of candles around on the ground, and then she pulled a picture of my model, and she put it into a picture frame, and yeah, she did a summoning for me, and it worked. I showed up. That was really funny. She's still live right now, but she's been on BRB for a while. I've still got her up on my phone. And yeah, when I'm streaming and my friends are streaming at the same time, I still like to have their streams up. Maybe if I level up or get some better stuff, I'll drink some more Halu. Right now, I think I'm in that perfect level of it not leading to my death. I wonder who's the most played character in this game. Ooh, big box. Nice, okay, we'll take super energy drink. Oh my god, look how fast she's stabbing now. You know, speaking of rare drops and stuff like that, I remember when they added, like, the Drowned to Minecraft and the Tridents and all that. I remember that I made a new world, and I remember the very first Drowned that I killed dropped a Trident. So I thought it was just, like, super common, that just, like, oh yeah, Tridents, you know, they're really easy to come by. And then I remember watching Gura try and grind, to try and farm for a Trident, and I don't think she ever got one. It's crazy because I remember watching, I'm like, I didn't realize it was such a rare thing, and I got one very first try. I remember the same thing happened with Kiara. I remember she got a Trident, like, right away. And Gura was like, what the fuck? I've been sitting here trying to get one forever. love. I'm gonna increase my nightly milk, my muscle man milk. Die! I also really want to stream the Tony Hawk games, but I really want to figure out that thing where you could make it so that, like, like Twitch has a setting where you could play music, but like separate that audio track from like the VOD, so that in the VOD none of the music actually appears, so you don't have to worry about copyright. I'd like to figure that out if I'm going to stream the Tony Hawk games, because it's like, I don't know, those games just wouldn't feel right without their music. Hey, the board, the cutting board, which is probably perfect for Gura. I'm not ready for level 5 Holly. Aha, I escaped. Gura's a speedy little thing, isn't she? She is very idle. Take the fight to y'all, how about? You know what? I never really believed in increasing pickup range, but I've recently taken up the range pill. I see now why it's useful. And boy, howdy is it. Boy love! What is it, my birthday? Man, it'd be really funny if they made a game like this, but for Phase Connect. I wonder what Pippa's powers would be. She'd probably spawn mold. playing as Pippa and Tenma like crazy. And the others too. I'd want to play as Amy and Uruka, Leah, Jelly, definitely Jelly. She would be fun to play as. I was watching Jelly play New Vegas for the first time the other day. And she's like, man, why can't I side with Benny? And the chat was like, Benny is a lying, manipulative backstabber. And she's like, yeah, just like me. Alright, well, fair enough. And we're on level 5 Halu now. Mari underscore Ian. I love Mari. I would definitely play as her too. She is so funny, dude. She is genuinely so funny. I'm driving and I'm swerving and I'm furiously masturbating. She's that kind of person that's just... She's funny even when she's not trying to be funny. You know what I mean? She literally is just like a walking, living meme. And I was really happy to see that she was joining FaZe Connect. I think she fits in perfect. Hate that noise. That's a very high cortisol noise. Yeah, I like her cadence too. Like, I'm not sure how to explain it, but the way she speaks is just... It's chill and kind of funny at the same time. I love when she's playing that, I forget what it's called, but it's like... It's like a game online you could play. It's just like, it shows you 2 different pictures of food, and you have to, like, I don't know, pick which one more people prefer. And like, it'll be like some sausage or something, and she'll look at it and she'll just be like, that's poop from a butt. That gets me every single time. Like, her whole stream could just be like hours of her saying that's poop from a butt, and I would eat it up. I would eat it up. Not literally eat it up, because I'm not trying to eat poop from a butt, but I would eat it up, metaphorically speaking. Yeah, I love those streams. I should play that game sometime. Because I feel like that would be a good game for, like, just, like, getting people to, like, talk, you know what I mean? Kind of, like, it would spark a lot of conversation. Because if there's one thing people can talk about a lot, it's food, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, that's something that we all have in common. Even if we disagree on what food we like and stuff like that, at least we all eat it. Unless you're like a cyborg or something. In which case, I mean, that's pretty cool. Being like a self-sustaining cyborg. I used to watch her a lot before she joined FaZe. Yeah, I definitely watched her a bit here and there. I've definitely watched her more now that she's joined FaZe, but I definitely did see her a lot back then, too. She's always been a riot. Yeah, Mari underscore Ian. I remember when she joined and she's like, I'm keeping the underscore Ian. You're not taking that. There we go. I was about to say, model, why aren't you following my tracking? Okay, well, I don't really have to upgrade anything else, so I'll just sell this. That was pretty good money, too. That was like 260 gold. Oh my god. Oh, Lord, they coming. I am on level 5 Halu, too. My god, and it's hot in here. I need to turn my fan on. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, sweet relief. My endorphins, they're endorphining. Come one, come all. I'm serving ass whoopings to fit any size. Whether you're big or small, I'll waste you all. I'm Big Bad Dort. I gotta get those hollow coins, man. I need the money. Get out of here, maid cats. Ooh, not me yawning, bro. It's only 5 o'clock. Man, the day really seems to go by fast when I stream early, I'll tell you that much. Here's hoping y'all catch something good. A bike? Well, I mean, that might be useful, but it also, like... I can't imagine it's in very good condition. You might at least want to grease that chain. That's right. You all know and fear the name Dort. May it send shivers down your spine. Hollow coins. I've decided the upgrade I want is a wallet upgrade. Yes, give me money. Working hard for the money. Hey, model, you're supposed to be tracking me. Come on. I think I need to get one of those, like, ring lights or something to shine right into my face while I'm streaming. I think I ought to just get a proper webcam, too. Then I can position it a little better. I know, like, a lot of people say, like, the best way to do tracking for a VTuber model is with an iPhone, but I do not have one of those. I have an Android. And I can't really put, like, because you're supposed to have it, like, a little higher than you, but I have it on just a little stand thing on my desk that's, like, not even a foot tall. So it's kind of looking up at me rather than looking down at me. Which is not the ideal thing, which is probably why my model loses tracking a lot like that. Fortunately, I just have to put my hand in front of the camera lens and then take it away, and that seems to fix it. blast you out this room. We won't spend the night together because I'll throw you out this room. Boom, 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 boom. Do you guys know the song Ass Up by Barracuda? That is such a catchy yet funny song. Oh, I almost fucking died. That's a good song, though, if you don't know Ass Up by Barracuda. I recommend it. If I remember correctly, the only lyric is put your ass in the air. Put your ass in the air, put your ass up in the air. Move around like you don't care. Okay, so maybe it's not the only lyric, but it's the majority of the lyric. Oh lord, oh lord, oh lord. One sec. Just had a text from my dad. I had to respond real quick. Father Dirt. Yeah, you can't say that Dirt exhibits fatherless behavior because I'm not. And I really need that goddamn body pillow. I need the shield. 5 Halu on this course is a little tricky. I need to kind of take the fight to the giant mass that's following me, I think. Just to kind of whittle them down a bit so I'm not just constantly dodging a million enemies all along. Oh my god. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Kalabo! Oh, those ones don't work. Oh, I'm glad it actually, like, tells you if it doesn't work. Legendary sausage, is that... Oh. A continuously spinning sausage spins faster as you move. Oh my lord! Look at that big old thing I got just flopping around. Oh my god, bro. Goodness. That's the first time I've seen this collab. Very impeccable sausage, I must say. Common mussel, very nice. A lot of mussels in this pond. At least they're actual sea creatures and not trash. It's getting a little hairy. And I'm not talking Potter. Oh boy. Man, that thing be moving fast. I feel like I have a couple of things waiting for me up there, but I just can't get to them. Oh god, and the boss is about to show up. I think upgrading my legendary sausage is the way to go. Maybe that level 5 Halu was a mistake. I guess we'll find out soon, huh? Oh my god, that's so many Hatans. Oh no! Oh my god, there are so freaking many. Oh, thank goodness. Can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm really happy to see you, boss. Oh my god, I almost died immediately. Got me at the point where I'm using my level ups to recover health. To quote the Descendants, I'm the one. Also, to quote the Descendants, I like food, food likes me. I wanna be a clone. I wanna suburban home, suburban home. I really like the Descendants song Pervert, which was in GTA 5, but I don't know if I should ever sing that one. Don't you think it's time I let you go? Don't you think I should be fine? A hermit crab? Cute. I like hermit crabs a lot. They don't bother nobody. They just want to be left alone. Very relatable little creature. Also, guys, I'm sorry to say I don't know if we're making this. I think we're in a bad way. That was helpful, at least. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make much use of it, though. Yo! Fuck me, I guess we did it anyway. Look at that gold, bro. Oh, Lord above. We freaking did it. Right when I was saying, oh, I don't know, guys, it's not looking good. Fuck me, man. Look at this. Oh, I can upgrade my stuff so much. 2 in attack. There we go. I don't ever want to be in that situation where I'm being chased by a million enemies and I can't kill them, especially when they have a healer. Oh, that's great. That's so good. Oh, that was a great one to end on. Let's freaking go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. This was a really good time. I think we will wrap up here, though. I've got to go and get some dinner with my family. So, I'm going to go and do that. W, thank you, Ryan. It was a pleasure to see you here today, my dude. Thank you very much for the praises. Yep, get your last fishes in real quick. I would love to raid Lily, but she's been BRB for so long. But I don't know if I have anybody else live at this moment. La 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 ba 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 ba. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate that. All of you. Thank you so much for chilling with me. It was a really, really good time, and it means a ton to have you all here with me. You're all really cool people. Whether you've been chatting, whether you've just been lurking, I don't mind at all. It means a lot that anybody would come to my streams. We're also going to level up defense. Since I realized we had just enough. But honestly, yeah, honestly, it blows my mind anybody would come to my streams, so I appreciate the lurkers, the chatters, everybody. People that just pop in for a moment and then have to go. Either way, it's like it's really cool and I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for being here too, Archie. It's always a pleasure. Well, okay, I think we're gonna raid Nako, who's currently playing Marvel Rivals. Nako is someone I've known for years now. Like, honestly, before I was even a VTuber, I knew Nako, so I've known this guy for a while. So, feel free to hang out if you'd like. If you can't stay for the raid, that's also totally fine. No pressure ever for that. But yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Nako, currently playing Marvel Rivals, as I said. I think he's solo queuing. Because he doesn't show you anybody that he's playing with, so he must just be solo queuing. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, let's go say hi to Nako, and be sure to take good care of yourselves. Have a good rest of your day or night, whichever it is for you. And tomorrow, probably like an hour later than I started today, at like 3 p.m. CST, I think we're going to play some more Saints Row 2, and I think we're going to go for about 5 or 6 hours. I came close to saying the funny number, but I wasn't going to. I don't even realize how often I've said 6 or 7 in my life before that became a meme. Oh yeah, just about 6 or 7 years ago. And then I go, dang it! It's just good. It really is. It really is. But okay, guys, take good care. I'll see you around. I'm gonna go get some dinner with my family. And, yeah, see you tomorrow, guys. Unless something weird happens, but let's just plan on tomorrow happening. Alright, see you later. Bye-bye. Thanks for chilling. And, yeah, take good care of yourselves. And thanks for liking my thirst trap, lol.